What's happening today?
We have a fun day excited.
Tell me what's happening today, Dylan. What is happening today on all these streams that's
so, folks,
going
we
on?
are bringing you the Nexzil Proving Grounds tournament. And this is a big tournament. It's over 2 weekends. The first weekend is a round-robin format against 4 divisions of teams, each division with 6 teams. It's going to be a long, fun weekend. There's all sorts of games. We've got, I think, 6 or 7 streams playing games right now. And Hugh, I think, is going to show that list so you can check out other games. So if we're in between a game, you can go check out someone else. We might even bring up the other games while we're waiting if we finish games really fast. But this weekend, round robin, over today and tomorrow. And then next weekend, the winners of the round robin get seeded into a single elimination ranking tournament for our prize pool featuring prizes from Asus and multiplayer servers.
Slick-tastic. So people are actually going to win stuff during this tournament, Dylan? Since when do you win stuff for playing Natural Selection 2? That's pretty amazing. I like the idea of that.
You know, a couple of years ago, this really awesome guy named Hugh Jeremy, otherwise known as NS2HD at the time, he got this great idea to contact people like Logitech and Rocat Gaming and some other people and got awesome prizes. And what do you know? People like that.
There you go, and now we have awesome prizes. Like it, but it wasn't. Yeah. Anyway, I'm pretty sure it was Dylan that came up with that idea. Hey, Hugh, why don't you actually talk to people about, you know,
hey,
your
Hugh,
game?
why don't you do your job?
Do your job, Hugh. So I'm tweeting out that we are live. I'm sure we've got maybe 3 viewers, so let's try and turn that into 5 viewers. And you know what?
Are we ready? Because these teams are ready for me to say ready.
Are they ready? Okay.
Well, I mean, as soon as I say ready, they're ready to go.
Oh, all right. Well, I mean, I'm ready. I suppose there's no reason why. Oh, I've got no water. Oh, yes, I've got some water. I'm ready to go. Don't look at me like that, Dylan. You guys see the way he's looking at me, don't you? It's not very nice. But Dylan, you know what I did today in setting up the stream?
What did you do? Besides take 2 hours to set up a stream.
Well, it did take me 2 hours, but also I actually got the team names in before anyone saw it, so I don't have to bring down the ugly console. Hey, are they? And they're even no. They are. They're on the right side as well. Isn't that exciting, everyone?
All right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and tell the teams that we are ready. So it should be about 15 seconds here. They're talking about deep fried bacon and eggs.
I would do horrendously inappropriate things for some deep fried bacon and eggs. I'm so hungry right now. I mean, I should load up the stream and just check that our sound's okay. Let's see if anyone's screaming before we say ready. But oh my goodness, are we going? We're off?
No.
Oh my goodness. Okay, let's.
You do the honors since this is the first game this weekend.
Very good. We have CIB versus ONSL, and we have a huge skulk back going down through the North Tunnel 6 at once. You know what? This looks like a rush to me, Dylan. But down on the south side of the map, we have 3 CIB, Striker, 3B, Tech Healer, and Rax going to hit them head on. Oh, what should we call these teams? What's the easiest way to shorten their names? Onslaught?
Onslaught and, you know, I don't know what CIB stands for, but CIB is definitely trying to win this early engagement, but it looks like the Skulks are going to take over and overwhelm those poor Marines through Hub and South Tunnel. Now, it doesn't look like they're putting a ton of aggression on CIB early on. They're just trying to get enough time for them to get up the north end of the map. You can already see platform is up, and they're quickly spreading to server as well for res.
TechPunk trying to hold logistics there. He's looking A-okay, 50% construction on that extractor. Ori is going to come down and try and put a stop to that. Drifter placement, quite cool in Hub. Going to allow scouting into elevator transfer where we have Baconlicious building a power node in advance of placing that. Sorry, the extractor is placed in advance of building that extractor. Cookie and King coming down on observation. They're going to be able to do quite a bit of damage there.
Yeah, and I don't think that the Baconlicious is going to be able to get back in time, but it actually looks like these Skulks are going to pull off so they can get the jump on him. I don't think he realizes there's probably 2 Skulks here. And yeah, right there, King's going to get right onto him, get some great bites, goes down pretty low himself, but is going to win that and not only get observation down, but they're going to be able to go and attack in elevator as well. How many times can I say as well in one sentence?
As well. Mezzanine, the side of a little bit of combat right now because the Marines are being quite aggressive in trying to take it. This extractor is quite far away from their base, and it's a very aggressive play to try and take it. Striker X3 doing quite well there, taking down Ori, but Cowboy Love finishes him off, and him and Cookie Love are going to smash down the extractor. Hive under attack. The CIB team extremely aggressive in this game, Dylan. Have you seen a Marine team this aggressive? I mean, trying to take Mezzanine and hitting Warehouse.
On the very, very high level teams, at some points, yeah, you can see them getting aggressive. One thing you can notice right now is that there's only 2 eggs in warehouse. So by being up in warehouse and maybe killing a couple skulks, you're helping to stop the respawn of the aliens and give you time to expand as well. They do have, 3 built extractors with 2 additional placed but not built yet. And it looks like, both teams are just trying to secure themselves some res flow at this point. But good aggression by the Marines is going to help to give them the advantage.
Big combat here in Hub with 3 Marines and 2 aliens. Sorry, 3 aliens and 2 Marines. And it looks like with a bit of med pack drop from Commander Deathman. No, the med packs were coming thick and fast. You can see a couple left on the ground there in amongst all that alien green blood. Those med packs insufficient to allow the Marines to prevail in the center of the map. And Rax trying to save the extraction from Ori and Cowboy Love. It would be very good if he could, because the Marine resource situation is looking pretty good, but he is unable to. And Cowboy Love should be able to finish that off. No, Baconlicious coming in and slapping him down off the roof. Let's take a look at the resource graph here. It's actually looking pretty good for the aliens, isn't it, Dylan? Because when you see an alien team tracking close to a Marine team in resources, it's usually a good thing for the alien team.
Yeah, I mean, right now the aliens are pretty much on par with where the Marines are as far as bringing res in, but that's not going to be good for super long. They have done the good job of securing the north end of the map, though, and now you've got Cookie here in Mezzanine dropping some clogs. They've got a couple crags growing. They got some hydras down. I mean, they are really securing the north end of the map, while the skulks are also putting pressure on the Marines' extractors throughout the rest of the map.
Big combat in ore processing as the Marines try to pressure the harvester up there. Well, there is no harvester, but try to prevent the aliens from dropping the harvester there. It is looking like a fairly even game, though, right now. But again, coming back to that resource graph, it's just looking good for the aliens. I reckon it's starting to split away a little bit. We've currently got 5 Marine extractors to 4 alien harvesters. The Marines trying to do something about that up in Mezzanine. The only tech out from the Marine team right now are mines. It's going to allow them to protect strategic buildings such as the observatory. And the aliens have a carapace shell out, so that's giving them extra armor in engagements with these Marines.
Yeah, so this is a good move by the Marines to try to pressure the RT here. The only problem with it is they had that crag and the gorge there. They did eventually lose the harvester, but the Marines were putting a lot of pressure, which dragged all the alien life forms back to Mezzanine. And unfortunately, the Marines lost that engagement, which gives the aliens that much more time to move out in a slaughter pack, as I like to say it.
The slaughter pack.
Take down more res.
One drifter placed in ore processing is allowing the alien commander to see Tequila and Tech Punk as they try to pressure this newly grown harvester. Cowboy Love and Kinley coming in. This is a deadly combination of a lurk and a gorge. The gorge can take some of the punishment while the gorge heals up the lurk. And we now actually have a 2 lurk play in here with Silver. If the aliens can't shut this down before the harvester goes down, I'll be very surprised. I am surprised because the harvester has gone down. Tech Punk and Tequila shouldn't have been able to do that with 2 lurks and a gorge in the room. So a little bit of a slip up by Onslaught. And they are put back down to 4 harvesters. But you know what? They're not particularly worried because 4 harvesters is a very good number of harvesters.
So yeah, the warehouse, server room hive has been claimed. No one over there to build it. I do believe we've got the gorge. There's Cookie coming on in. Cookie Love smiles. I love that.
What? So what's with this love smiles thing on the end of all then? Oh no, it's just Cowboy Love and Cookie Love smiles. Okay.
Maybe they love each other. That's very nice.
Maybe.
So this lurk is going around doing his job, harassing. The Marines are still kind of on their back, but they're constantly building more extractors. The aliens have done a really good job of taking down extractors. At the moment, it looks like the aliens have taken down 4 Marine extractors.
Yes, we've got this new resource graph set up
I'm looking at it.
It's very cool. It's been done by Hughes being the legendary spectator system master of ceremonies. Unfortunately, we're not quite sure if it means that the Marines have lost 4 or if they've killed 4.
I believe it's that they've lost 4.
Okay.
Because the aliens have only lost those 2, the one in Mezzanine, the one in ore processing. So yeah, I think that's what it means.
Shotguns are up, going to allow the Marines a little bit of extra bite in the engagements with the aliens, but Before those shotguns could come onto the field, the aliens managed to get observation down to 8%. Well done, Onslaught there. And pressure on the logistics extractor. And all those Marines that went over to observation to try and save that extractor are not going to be able to move over to the other side of the map fast enough to save logistics. Shotguns are being bought. Looks like Striker X3 just bought one. Weapons 1 on the way as well. Weapons 1 plus shotguns be a nice amount of bite, although we are at 7 minutes. So it's not early shotguns by any means. The observatory is out. No phase gate research yet. So CIB relying on their legs to locomote them, ambulate themselves around the map.
So CIB was trying to secure themselves ore processing, putting up an armory here. But a 4 push by aliens moves right in, slaughters them down to the ground, takes out that armory. And with no phase gates to help them get around the map at 7 minutes, I have a feeling that CIB is going to be watching their own death here in just a matter of moments.
Half strip 50% in platform. Rax trying to take it down. Not going to happen. There's a lurk and a skulk there. Multiple Marines moving into repair room. They probably want to take this as a future tech point to get at that second level tech. Great shot from Tequila. Takes down Kinley at 10% on the extractor. So very good timing there. One lurk Silver is going to attempt to harass these Marines, keep them back, do a little bit of damage here. They have secured elevator transfer. They're going to move on out while Ori getting some fantastic parasites in there. Note the way Ori backed off for a moment. He didn't go straight in and used his parasites. Ugh, there's blood all over the floor, Dylan.
Yeah, these double lurks, you know, this is a really effective play, but the lurks really need to be drawing the fire in multiple directions. Ore is a typically easy room for either class to have a lot of good combat in. But with the fact that they can fly around, or like the Marines would have jetpacks later, you know, they have a better chance of avoiding those shots. Aliens doing a fantastic job, though, Hugh, securing the north end early, not allowing the Marines to push past mezzanine, has allowed them to keep res up, at least 3 res nodes at all times, get their second hive grown, and now the tech is just flowing in quickly, and there is really no pressure at all against this alien team.
The tech is indeed flowing, as Dylan says. The Blink ability is on the way. Blink does allow a Fade to move around the map very, very quickly and do severe damage to Marine sides. And again, this does seem to be coming back to a resource flow situation. The aliens had a lot of harvesters from the start. We saw the very aggressive Marine play out of CIB at the start of the game to try and take mezzanine, but unsuccessful, and the aliens are holding a huge number of harvesters. 4 harvesters is a very, very healthy harvester number on Tram. Phase gate up in hub. CIB is going to have to do some damage with this phase gate. If they just get it up and hold the position, it's not going to be enough. The alien tech explosion is going to continue. We're going to eventually see Onai, and CIB will go down. So let's see what they can do up here in Mezzanine.
Yeah, they're going to do some damage, but look at the aliens taking advantage of that situation. A 2 skulk rush down to shipping. They do save it, but it's a distraction, which is always a good thing. Fade out on the field. Cookie, formerly the Gorge, now trying to move through with these double lurks. And this looks like they're going to be able to push these Marines back, but those shotguns are going to make it really hard for them to get close to try to take them down.
Note the way Rax was using his welder to heal up his fellow Marines. Using welder makes you the medic of your Marine squad. You can heal armor med packs from your commander. In this case, Deathman on the CIB side cannot heal armor. So you need someone running around with a welder to repair that armor. Without armor, you're very vulnerable, especially these fades. 2 fades come from multiple angles. 3 fades on the field at the moment. It's an absolute slaughter on these Marines, but the shotguns keeping them back just a little bit. 1 shotgun to the face of a fade. Orion, 5% health, manages to make it out of there. Oh, it was so close. King, 50% health, needs to be very careful. If he takes 1 from the shotgun, he could go down.
Yeah, so this is actually a really good push by CIB, you know, keeping the pressure up on the aliens. The problem is they're still giving the aliens too much time to get their own tech, to keep building their resources, to secure their rooms. Onslaught, Cookie has gone down to a shotgun blast, and this carnage in hub looks like the aliens have pulled it back, but in come 2 Marines. Off goes the enzyme to try to help them take down these Marines quickly. Arai is trying to take down the Marines, but now 3 Marines in here, and he's got to get out of this room quickly because he's in a really bad position. Down to 5%, gets out of the room.
He came very close to this. I am surprised that CIB has managed to hold this hub position in the face of so many fades with Blink. I mean, we've only got 2 fades in the field now, but I am surprised. Now the Robotics Factory going up, going to be trying to get some arc play. Arcs can be used to hit the elevator transfer hive, but there is no elevator transfer hive. Now, you might actually recall the first game of the NSL Invitational Cup Grand Final between Arkia and Nexzil, where arc play was used against the warehouse hive, and the arcs were placed against this wall right here, and the shots were fired on the hive there. Unfortunately, what that meant was that Nexzil lost focus on the resource game, and Arkia ran away with it in the late game. So, could the same thing happen to CIB here, Dylan?
Potentially it could. I mean, they're keeping enough pressure in mezzanine at the moment to keep the aliens pretty distracted. As you can see, they're only attacking observation with a fade, which isn't super effective. He probably will take it down over time. But the thing that the aliens are doing right is they're infesting north tunnels. This means that they can't place an observation tower, they can't place an armory, and those arcs are going to be completely vulnerable on the infestation, with no way for the Marines to really protect them without the weapons they're holding in their hands. Big push on hub, enzyme going off, lurk, fade, skulk, another fade coming in, another enzyme, and they really want to take down this gate. If they can take down this gate, this is going to be a really bad position for the Marines. And there it goes, exploding with lots of enzyme. And I don't think there's much CIB is going to be able to do now, because that was a big sink and no one there to defend it.
Absolutely no return on investment in this hub position. They had a robotics factory and armory and a phase gate here. Lots of med packs drop. It was a giant sink for resources, and absolutely nothing has happened. They're trying to recycle that. Robotics factory is not going to happen, and the resources were spent to upgrade it into an arc robotics factory as well. So CIB in a very, very dangerous position. They do not have a second tech point captured. They have one, they do not have it placed. They do not have the second command station placed. They have the second tech point in repair room. They're going to need to do something here, though. They're in a seriously vulnerable position. 4 extractors, 3 harvesters is not terrible, but there is another harvester on the way right now. And again, the aliens have had this resource tech advantage for a lot of the game. Let's check the resource graphic and see in team resources. The aliens tracking very, very close to the marine resources. That's a very bad sign for the marine side. An even game usually has the aliens tracking slightly below, a little more below than that. And there is pressure all over the map from the aliens right now.
I do think that it should be mentioned that CIB is playing well, but they're also playing at roughly 130 ping disadvantage on top of the other team. They are a Brazilian team, so they're connecting quite a distance to play these North Americans.
And that may leave CIB at a little bit of a disadvantage in the 1v1s and 2v2s, in the fights where you need to win to take territory. It's just a universal law of physics that no matter how good the prediction code is in the game, it's got to predict on the basis of a delay, and it's going to get things wrong occasionally, and that leaves teams with a high ping at a slight disadvantage. So CIB playing pretty well considering, but they are in trouble here. They have lost their phase gate in elevator transfer. They do have a remaining phase gate in repair room, which will allow them to pressure towards the warehouse hive, which they are in fact doing right now. They will need to make some damage happen with this push, though they cannot walk into this hive and do nothing. CIB with a chance to do some damage here. They are going for the shell. Meanwhile, huge alien push on shipping, where they could do damage to the phase gate down there. The observatory is going to go down before the beacon. The beacon does not get off before the aliens are on the IPs. The Marines stuck up the north end of the map while Onslaught takes down the infantry portals. There's not enough Marines down here to save this. I think this could be GG for the Marine team. Right now, they have no second command station up. Dylan, can they come back from this?
No. They're going to place a command station at repair room. But that's not going to be enough. They don't have enough res. They don't have enough time. And with both IPs down, the commander now out of the chair, there's nothing they can do to really support him. They've lost all their advantage from momentum. And there we go. The aliens easily take down the Marines. And there goes the GG.
Onslaught
takes game one.
So well done to Onslaught. Onslaught King the Deathbringer with 32 kills and assists. That is a massive number of kills for a competitive match. But well played. Now, Dylan, is this a best of 3? What is the format for these teams right now?
So because it's round robin, they'll play 2 rounds. They'll play one as Marine, one as Alien, and that'll count as their points for the round, and they'll move on to the next game.
Very good. I will rejoin the spectator mode right now as we wait. Now, how long are the breaks between the games, Dylan, in this particular tournament?
Pretty much, you know, they're kept pretty short. Looks like we've got one player being swapped out on Onslaught. So we could start, you know, really as soon as, you know, 3-5 minutes at the most.
So a very, very fast-paced tournament today, and this tournament is about less than super professional teams. These teams obviously better than players like me and Dylan, but, well, at least me. Oh, look at that face. Look at that face. But they are not sort of Archaea Nexzil level. So Nexzil's thrown this tournament to try and bring out some of the talent in the mid-level of the competitive scene, and I'm really enjoying it. And this kind of fast-paced tournament format is really cool.
Well, and it's an opportunity to show these teams that might not normally get on a stream or might not have the opportunity to get far in a large tournament against teams like Archaea and Nexzil to have their spotlight, to be able to play and have fun and get into it. It should be noted, Hugh, that this week I actually resigned as a player of 156.
No way!
I'm no longer playing in S because I'm devoting my time and efforts to streaming, casting, and doing other awesome NS
Still, I can't believe it. This is the end of an era. Now, with the resignation process, was that difficult? Did you have to sign a lot of forms? What did you have to go through?
Well, since I'm still financially backing 156, it was pretty easy. I just said, hey, I'm going to keep paying for everything. I'm just not going to play.
Gotcha. And they said,
were all like, all right, sweet.
Okay, so we get your money. Nice. Nice.
All right. So it looks like these teams are ready to go.
And I managed to make a Facebook post just in time there, cutting it very fine.
Quite a funny discussion about beer in the chat stream right now. Don't really know how that started.
Fantastic.
You know, my favorite beer is Foster's.
You're an ass.
Foster's is Australian for beer.
Foster's.
All right, so Onslaught now starting down in shipping, and it's the same spawns as last time. CIB up in warehouse, moving quickly through to hub. Very similar to what we saw last time. 3 skulks making their way into hub, and there's going to be first blood by Arai and Silver as they try to take on these skulks.
So, the initial combat in hub was a little bit underwhelming at the start of this game. No big kills happening. In fact, I don't think anyone died. I'm disappointed. I paid for blood. You all paid for blood to be here in the Twitch stream. I want to see death. Cookie and King up against Tequila, who is hiding in a vent. He's not in a very good position there, because actually he is in a good position because he can go back into logistics and damage the extractor, but there's nothing particularly intense happening on the map right now, and Striker X3 has actually gone through to logistics as well, so very early pressure on the Maria. Oh, King with a fantastic kill in the vent. Oh, very cool. And Striker replying! I'm sorry, Dylan. I will let you talk.
Up here in North Tunnels, you got Onslaught, Silver, and Arai pushing towards the warehouse room. But the Gorge has placed clogs here in the doorway, which is going to help keep the pressure off of them for a little while and allow this big team rush of skulks just to push in and overwhelm these 2 Marines.
Those 2 Marines probably didn't realize just how many skulks they were hiding behind that clog wall, and CIB has absolutely punished them for that lack of situational awareness and are now flooding down into the south tunnels. There is pressure happening on the Marine side of the map right now. That is what you want to see out of an alien team. The Marines need to shift some of the offensive onto alien territory. Racks on the logistics extractor, and we could see Tequila ambush whoever comes in to try and defend. The Marines have mines out, and you can see them placing them around their starting location to protect strategic buildings.
It's actually a really good play by these 2 skulks down here in logistics. If Tequila can get the jump on Silver here, he's actually going to be able to probably take him down. Yeah, look at that. Way beyond him even getting to the other skulk. They're going to take down the extractor. Arai is desperately trying to get on Tequila here, but Tequila doing a fantastic job of using every prop and wall to his advantage to get out of that room.
As Dylan says, using props and walls is absolutely crucial as a skulk. If you run at Marines on the ground or even on the ceiling against these competitive Marine players, you will just get riddled with bullets. You need to bounce off props, walls, and even buildings to get the advantage out of your wall jumping, making you a much harder target to hit. If you've ever gone up against a competitive skulk in a public game, you'll know what I mean. It feels like they are just all over the place. Tequila cleaning up, and Tech Punk and Rax cleaning up in repair room, and the aliens now have carapace 50% done, and they are shutting down Marine attempts to gain more than 3 or 4 extractors. Moving across to elevator transfer right now, I'm really enjoying their strategic play at the moment.
Yeah, CIB is doing a fantastic job of playing as a team. You know, using that 1 skulk to attack the extractor while 1 is waiting to bait the Marine and catch him off guard. Even look at the use of Drifter here in Mezzanine to distract the Marine while the 2 skulks position themselves to get into for the attack. Sorry, Skulk and Gorge. And this Gorge is even in a position to take down Pac-2 if he wants to. It looks like he's probably going to retreat, though. Look at him using babblers to protect himself. He does go down to the pistol in the end.
The Drifter nibbling on his rear end during that engagement. Very, very funny. And guys, I've turned Dylan up there, so let me know how that is. Of course, we sound checked, but of course, it never works. Rax in logistics going to be putting on a little bit of pressure. Marine position going up in mezzanine. This is crucial. This phase gate will allow them to attack towards server room and possibly into warehouse as well. It is a very important strategic location and the aliens have lost it. So CIB is going to need to come in here and do a little bit of damage. They can't allow Onslaught to take this position and move from it.
Yeah, this is a really tough position, and they made the mistake when going through that vent to letting off the sound of their feet. They did not walk through the vent, so they gave it away. They got shots taken away early, which takes away their armor. They were only able to take the phase gate down by 15% before the reinforcements came back. But look at this. We have pressure down in shipping. Rax is down there, but that phase gate allows for these Marines to come back quickly and defend their home turf. But only one IP up. That should be noted that is could be dangerous for these Marines as they begin to put up the pressure throughout the rest of the map.
Competitive teams will often see just how long they can go with a single IP because not building an IP early in the game allows you to use those resources on something else, something that could be used for offense. But if you start to suffer a lot of deaths, you're going to need that second infantry portal to maintain enough players on the field to defend your assets. It looks like Onslaught is okay for now, but it's something to consider, especially at the start of public games. If you're a public game commander, don't necessarily drop that second IP straight away. See if you can get away with one and use those resources to get out faster shotguns, faster weapons level 1, something else that's not just an IP sitting there doing nothing. Aliens preparing for an assault on mezzanine.
Yeah, doing that 3 push again, but mines coming out now, allowing Striker to go down quickly, taking away all of his armor. The mines are placed pretty far away from the phase gate, so there's still a lot of area where the phase gate can be attacked without setting off the mines. But these skulks are going to clean up those 2 Marines. The mines definitely help there as well. Enzyme going off to help them attack this phase gate, and taking out this phase gate this early on could be advantageous to these aliens who have lost server room and they're trying to regain it.
Note Ori there, placing mines in the ventilation shafts. Placing the mines in the vents can be fantastic, as Skulks often will position themselves short of the vent entrance and then jump straight out of it looking for the kill on a Marine player. And if the mine is there at the entrance, they might not have time to see it before it blows them into smithereens. So take note of that if you want to improve your play.
Aliens are starting to win these engagements against the Marines bit by bit, and no welders being actually used by any of the players that I can see at the moment. This phase gate at 46% in mezzanine. Shotguns now out, though. This could be a deadly, deadly combination. There are the welders. The phase gate now getting healed up. That's not a good position for the aliens to be in. They're trying to take repair room at the moment. Looks like they're even going to expand infestation, so this could potentially be where they actually end up dropping the hive.
Taking that second tech point is a very important thing to do in Natural Selection 2. It does allow you access to the second level technology, such as Blink and Leap, those abilities that can really start to do damage to the Marines. But you need a second hive location for that.
Tech Punk alert goes down in server room, Hugh. And this team is just losing all that early momentum they had where they've just pressured the rest of the map. I mean, they took down 5 Marine extractors to 3 harvesters, and now the ARC robotics factory is being built in mezzanine, and this is just not a good position for CIB to be in.
This Marine position is proving absolutely crucial to unlocking the door that will lead to Marine victory right now. It is allowing the Marines to shift all the combat into this top part of the map. This is where the fights are happening, and it's alien territory, and it's bad for the aliens. The hive has been dropped in. Whoa, where is my camera? The hive has been dropped in repair room. It is on its way. There is a crag next to it to get it up to a nice full health before Marines arrive, but King has arrived very, very quickly and taken down Rax. This is very bad for the alien team.
So bad.
King is all over that crag. He might be able to kill Deathman as well. Deathman desperately trying to buy time to allow more aliens to come in. We have Striker X3 and Baconlicious coming in here. They need to take down King. They need to keep this hive up. They cannot afford to lose this second hive. It looks like they will secure this position.
They do for a little bit, but you know, this is a bad position for them to be in because it's not very well secured. I mean, the one crag helps, and he's got a couple of hydras he was able to drop before he died. But you can bet that the Marines are going to find some way to pressure this probably pretty quickly. They are holding north tunnels now. The aliens are stuck with just the entryway to warehouse. Platform's been taken down. Server's been taken down. They're starting to grab res throughout the rest of the map. and build arcs here any minute. So, you know, they're really in the right position.
Cookie going to town on the remaining Crags in server room. Those assets cost resources. They are now being destroyed. Van, Pactu, and King are doing damage to the Hive. Baconlicious desperately trying, with the assistance of Techpoint, to keep the health on this Hive high and use Spit to ward off the Marines. But these Marines have weapons level 1. They have armor level 1. They are pushing in, and they are going to hunt these Gorges. One Gorge down. Second Gorge down. Striker X3 arrives with 1 kill, 2 kills. Great double kill. Double kill from Striker X3. Pressure on Mezzanine. Not looking too strong at the moment. And again, this Mezzanine position is allowing the Marines to dictate the flow of play.
Yeah, if CIB hopes to take anything right now, they really need to work as a team and move out together. If they can do one big blow to this Marine team, say Marine Start, which it looks like we've got at least one headed down there right now, you know, that's important. The OBS is at 64%. It's on the right side of shipping, so it's not going to catch them coming down the tunnel until maybe it's too late. But that also means that they could come through logistics and probably get a good hit going on the base.
These arcs will be able to fire straight through the north tunnel wall into warehouse. It looks like they're positioning to hunt the upgrade structures in the left-hand corner. Oh!
Now Skulks in Marine Start. Here comes Pack 2. He's coming back to try to defend, but it's 2 Skulks in base going down to mines, but they've definitely cleared those mines and still no OBS in Marine Start.
Watching Onslaught shoot with their shotguns in this game, I feel like CIB is just defeating them in the 1v1s. It feels like these shotgunners are going down quite regularly. Those shotguns are valuable. King, let's see if he can change that. Ori with the pistol. Deathman managing to take down one of those very expensive arcs. And the arcs not firing at the moment. They are sitting. Some of them set up, some of them not. No, they are both set up. And again, Ori with 3 or 4 shotgun shots here. 5 shotgun shots. And it was down to Cookie to come in with a rifle. I feel like Onslaught perhaps isn't quite as surgical with their shotguns as they could be.
That's probably correct. I mean, Biobomb now just starting for the aliens. They're really far behind just now getting that second hive up. These 2 arcs are going to do a lot of damage to warehouse. You got 3 Marines protecting them. Also a Mac protecting them. This warehouse hive is not in a good position.
And guys, I've dropped my volume even more, so if I'm still too loud, please let me know. This is crazy. I've dropped it by like 80%. Who knows how the internets and sound work? It's all a mystery. There's huge combat here between Onslaught and CIB in the north tunnels. CIB know they need to shut down these arcs, otherwise they're going to lose the hive. They do not want to lose a hive. They've already lost so much momentum in this game. They cannot afford to lose a hive. Getting that second hive means they might be able to get some second level tech like Blink, like Leap, but it looks like at 8% this hive could go down. It's only going to take 3 more shots. It's down. Gone. Hive down.
And now a triple fade attack into north tunnels. They could potentially lose all of these arcs, which would not be good for them because that was a huge sink in res. And with Biobomb canceled, actually, it looks like.
Well, yeah, no second hive anymore. Now the second hive is growing again. Warehouse is growing back, so they won't be able to get access to Biobomb. I think these arcs will be okay, and that's just a huge win for the Marine team. Taking down a hive just to give some arcs damage is a massive win, and those arcs are going to retreat to Mezzanine, that defended position, that strategic location, that crux of the Marine strategy that is in this northeastern side of the map.
But it should be noted that they immediately dropped the hive again. They never took down the carapace shell. You know, I mean, they had to retreat those arcs all the way back to where they did. Now a Marine start attack. 4 fades, taking down the OBS before it can go off completely. Now using Enzyme on the phase gate, turning it into a meat grinder. Commander out of the chair. The 4 fades just wreaking complete and utter havoc.
Oh,
now
my
in
goodness.
comes the Gorge, and this phase gate is going to go down. Then the IP, and folks, with the Commander out of the chair, that's G to the G.
That is insane.
And CIB just totally won it with a fade rush on Marine start. Well played. Well played.
Wow. You don't see that very often in the super high level play. It's actually really cool to see it happen in this mid-level play. Commander just not quite fast enough on the hotkeys to execute that beacon. And wow, what a comeback there. Very well done. So that's 1-1, isn't it?
That was 1-1.
1-1. There we go. So game number 1. between CIB and Onslaught is dead. Now, what does CIB stand for? That is the question. It's something to do with Brazil, I bet, because I hear these boys are from Brazil. Is that correct, Wasabi?
They are from Brazil. That is correct.
From Brazil. Pretty cool place to be from. And Wasabi, will we be staying in this server, or will we be carrying on to a different server?
That's a good question. It looks like we're going to watch Onslaught play again against Quaxi.
Quaxi.
And I'm not sure. I'm waiting to find out. Technically, their second round does not need to start for another 20 minutes, but that doesn't mean that it's not going to. In the meantime, there's a couple things we can do, Hugh. We can either bring up someone else's Twitch feed to show up in the window above us as we're preparing, or we can just banter and have awesome good times.
Wasn't there a video, Dylan? Was there?
Oh, I did link you to the video. The guys at Team Radical all came to Germany to see us at the ESL studios, and I did something kind of silly, and they caught it on camera.
I am going to try and locate this link that Wasabi has sent to me right now and put that up on the stream. I can't guarantee safe for work. I don't know what it is. I haven't seen this, and usually accepting a link from Wasabi and putting it up on a live stream is a dangerous thing to do. But let's see what we've got here. I'm going to try and make this a bit bigger for you guys. Expand. No, not full screen. That's not what I want. So we'll just make it expanded. Alright, we're going to play it. Something big is coming. They do everything for money. Oh, how much did they pay you to do that?
The inside joke there was that I had bet that Nexzil was going to beat Arc in game 1.
Ah.
And I had bet them €5. Right?
Yeah, gotcha.
Well, they wanted me to do the gorge slide so bad. The guy's like, I'll give you your €5 back. Well, €5 is a lot of money to us Americans.
It is. That's a house right there.
I mean, I wanted my money back, so I did it.
Oh, that's awesome. And the antics on this Radical Visit the NSL Final video are very cool. You guys should definitely check that out. The NSL Grand Final happened was it last weekend? Was it that?
We were totally in Germany last weekend.
I don't even remember what I did yesterday, let alone, I mean, what? We should, I should pull up some of the footage from that, but the video file that I have on my hard drive of the entire show is 128 gigabytes.
That's nothing.
Whatevs.
It'll load in like 2 seconds.
Oh yeah, especially in XSplit. I bet if I said add media file in XSplit right now and put in that 128 gigabyte file, XSplit would just say that is great. I'm just going to accept that. Crashing would be the furthest thing from its mind. And guys, remember, while this is going on, there are multiple streams, so you need to have multiple tabs open. This is what tab browsing was invented for. We have twitch.tv/Versal, Natural Selection 2, Blind NS2, Solanthia, Gohan Zeta, NS2SOZ, and Vindaloo with a 0 on the end. Guys, get in there. I'm disappointed we've got no Red Dog this weekend, Dylan. What did you do to Red Dog?
I think Red Dog is in like Barbados or Virgin Islands or something. He had to go and have some nice R&R.
Oh.
I'm a little disappointed there's no Red Dog either. I know he was in town last night because he was watching Versal's stream, I think, and some other games. So, no, he was watching the developer stream because you guys did some awesome mods this week.
We did actually have a lot of fun with mods this week, and I think I do have some footage somewhere of some of the last stand play. There definitely won't be a server up at the moment. We did have a big mod jam last week. If you head over to... I have to get there on the Twitch channel. Excuse me while I find the video on the mod channel. Okay, here we go. So if you go onto twitch.tv/naturalselection2, which is where you are right now, and you ignore these ads, which is still playing for some reason, and go to the right-hand side and click videos, and then you'll see UWE Mod Jam game presentation. It's 3 hours, 31 minutes long. You should definitely check that out, because if you're interested in game development, we made 3 games in 1 week. We made a heist game, a survival game, and a fighting game. And they came out really well. Last Stand is the survival game, and that in particular turned out really well. Can't wait.
Oh, come on. Now, wait a minute. You're just saying that because that's the one you worked on.
Yeah, I can't wait till we can actually get that out publicly. Let me show you the concept art. Well, not the concept art, but the banner art that Rantology, a fantastic community member, did for this. That's the art for Last Stand. And what Last Stand is a game mode where you as a Marine spawn with your Marine team. You've got a set amount of equipment. You've got 20 minutes to set up that equipment. At the end of that 20 seconds to set up that equipment. And at the end of those 20 seconds, the aliens start coming at you. They insta-spawn. They have lots of life forms. It's a battle for survival. The rounds last 2.5 minutes, and it's high intensity. We'll be trying to make that public next week. Unfortunately, it was done on an internal build of the game, so we can't quite put it out there at the moment because we need to update the Steam build to our internal build so that the mods will work. That's my story. Can I have a Pulitzer?
No.
You see what I have to work with, ladies and gentlemen. All I want is a Pulitzer Prize, and Dylan won't give it to me. I think Dylan is a mean person.
So I'm just talking to both teams. You know, I love this. I don't know how this happens every time. I'm not an admin for this tournament yet. I'm the one trying to figure out which server they're going to.
Nice.
In the future, folks, there will be something cooler. In the future.
In the future.
All will be done easily. It'll be amazing.
That's a lie. Nothing will be done easily. Nothing's ever easy. Nothing's ever easy, man. I'm trying to bring up some Last Stand gameplay at the moment. Yes, I actually do have some Last Stand gameplay. So I'm going to add that right now. Windows Media Player. Hey, it worked. What do you know? So this is Last Stand. Yeah, add Windows Media Player. And it looks
you can't show that. Why did you show Fighter? That's the cool one.
Because I don't have any footage of Fighter. It's all on the Twitch stream, which I pointed everyone to. But this is Last Stand. You can see right now there's equipment all over this landing pad. It's very dark off the landing pad. That's where the aliens come from. There's a dropship there with its back door open. That's where you spawn in. And I've picked up a flamethrower. There's gear all over the ground. There's jetpacks, sentry guns that you can actually pick up as a Marine and place. So in normal Natural Selection 2, the commander has to place a sentry gun. Well, in this game mode, nope. There's a stationary exosuit, which is supposed to have a broken model, but we don't have that yet. And you can see how intense it is. The aliens are coming at us, and we're trying to defend our position for 2.5 minutes. So if you survive for 2.5 minutes, you win, and if you do not survive for 2.5 minutes, you lose, and then it instantly recycles into the next round. So it's very, very cool, and that will be available publicly hopefully next week. Again, we've just got to update the public build to what's internal, and then it'll all work, because right now it doesn't work. There's Cody stuff going on. I don't understand Cody stuff, but...
So, Hugh, you can connect off me. We're going right back to where we were.
Fantastic. Well, I'm already in there, so do I need to...
And we will be watching Onslaught versus Quaxi. Quaxi is a European team. I do believe that Quaxi was the first team to win a round from Archaea in the ENSL Season 2.
Wow, that's quite a big claim. Now, we are on the same server, right, Dylan? Because that's where I am right now.
Yeah, then that's the right one.
Okay,
Oh,
cool.
Hey, Hugh, hit tab.
Yeah, screw you, man. Screw you, man. Luckily, everyone's watching Last Stand right now.
We should tell the stream that last night I began working on my next amazing piece of music. For those of you that don't know, I work a lot in sound engineering as another one of my side hobbies. And one of my favorite things to do every once in a while is compose music. And my newest song is entitled The Legend of the Unicorn, and it's a Americana folk song about how the unicorn came to be.
Dylan, has anyone ever told you that you make me cry?
I know, with complete and utter happiness and joy, it's hard to keep all those tears in.
It is, it is. So I am in the server right now. We have one Quaxi player in, so it looks like they're coming. Oh, and notice in Last Stand as well, you can just smash your team out. There's a big button you press, you just pick your team and bam, you spawn out of that dropship. So yeah,
How cool is that you spawn out of the dropship?
that is really cool. And the dropship is red, it's crashed, it's on fire, and there's seats. We had to do up a model for the interior of the dropship.
Who did the model? Was it Bill?
I think it was Bill. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
I mean, you know.
oh, here's me
UWP
placing a
has
sentry gun as well.
some of the coolest modelers. I mean, these guys crank out some of the coolest stuff ever.
Ever in the history of ever?
Ever.
Oh yeah.
Forever.
Yeah. And later on I'll try to show you some footage from Fighter and Heist because they were also really cool. But you can see there me placing sentry guns, and that was particularly fun because you can set up the defenses just the way you want them. And Olmi did a fantastic job with his map, which is Pad. There's also a map. Oh, look at that triple kill on those skulks. That's awesome. There's also a map called Hangar, which is inside a hangar bay. And both do use some assets from other maps, but they are unique, and they took so long to make. They took 5 days because the mod jam was 5 days long. But it was terrifically fun, and I can't wait till it's public.
Did you take your morning Coke today? Because you are fast.
Am I talking a little bit fast?
Today. Maybe just about 10 times faster than you probably should.
I know I have had no caffeine, no Coke, no Coca-Cola, nothing at all this morning. In fact, I haven't eaten very much. I'm really wanting to eat more, but I can't because I'm trapped in this box. I can't actually move outside this box. It's a force field.
Well, you know, the benefit is that this is a weekend tournament. So we're doing 3 rounds today. We're doing 2 rounds tomorrow morning starting at 9 a.m. PST, and that would make it noon Eastern. And then the winners after tomorrow get seeded into a single elimination tournament for next Saturday with the final on Sunday. So, you know, there's all sorts of gaming going on for the next 2 weeks.
I'm excited, Dylan.
I'm really excited. Unfortunately, I won't be here next weekend, so I think Hugh is going to be all sad and lonely if he decides to stream.
What, next weekend?
Find someone else. I'm going to be in Reno.
Do you want to know where I'm going to be next weekend?
Oh, Hugh's on
I'll show
his way
everyone
to a land down under.
Where am I going to be?
Well, I don't remember the rest of the words. I've only told you a million times, and I don't remember the words to that.
You are a fantastic individual, Dylan.
I know.
Want to see what my home looks like?
Hugh is going to go to literally one of the most dangerous places in the world. They have snakes that just like come into your house in the middle of the night that could kill you with a bite. They have spiders that are this big.
Dylan,
their fangs are bigger than my fingers.
Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Look at that. Don't you just want to be there? It's home. I'm going home. I'm excited. All right, I'll get rid of that. How long until this game starts?
Looks like we're just waiting on a couple players. We're almost there.
Dylan, make them start now. All right, I'll stop being an idiot. He's unimpressed, isn't he? Look at him. Look at that face. That's Dylan's unimpressed face. That's Dylan's Hugh. Be serious face. I'm doing my best, man. I'm doing my best. This headset is... You guys might have seen on a stream earlier that I made some improvements to my Astro headset. I feel that this increased flex in the headband...
I bet it's a lot more comfortable, isn't it?
I can't hear anything Dylan's saying right now because my headset's off. Also improved the way...
Hear me! Hear me!
Okay, I can hear him now. But by separating the actual speaker from the headset, I believe I've increased the strength of vibrations through to my ear and something. And it's very good.
Don't you have like a whole box of Logitech headsets in the other room?
No, we gave them all away.
Oh. I thought there was more.
Players. I mean, if there are, I should probably go get one because this headset is broken.
I have to tell you. In fact, Hugh,
damn it!
I even have one of those headsets right here.
Ooh, look at it.
But I'm not going to show it.
Oh,
because what, Hugh? Because
this
is the Nexzil Proving Grounds tournament, and there's something even cooler than that headset. Throw up the slide, Hugh.
I have thrown it up. Shazam! Actually,
ladies and gentlemen, first
headset.
prize this weekend is the not yet released and available in the U.S. Asus Echelon Camo Edition headset.
Wait, I can't even get one of these?
No, they're not even available in the U.S. yet.
Damn. How about that?
Yeah, look at that. So thank you so much, Asus, for providing 6 of those to the fabulous first place team, whoever they may be. And second place, you get something just as cool from our friends over at Multiplay Servers. You get an NS2 server for 3 months for free.
From Multiplay?
From Multiplay.
That's bloody awesome. Multiplay are the server providers for the official Natural Selection 2 servers, and there you go. You get a Multiplay server for 3 months. Will from Multiplay, you're a boss for setting that up. Thank you. And you don't get to keep the server, though. You have to give the server back at the end.
Unless you want to pay for it.
Oh, someone's ready. I'm not sure if they're all ready.
Nope, we're just waiting on the Marines to say ready, and then we'll be ready. Because that's how you are when you're ready.
Quaxi versus Onslaught, ladies and gentlemen.
So we saw Onslaught play last round on Tram. You know, wait a minute.
Keep talking, Dylan. I'll be right back.
Wait. I totally just realized here that we need to change the map.
Oh, please tell me the game hasn't started. Wait, what?
No. Well, I just realized this is round 2. We're supposed to be on Descent.
You wait, what?
I just realized this is round 2 and we're supposed to be on Descent.
Dylan, you had one job, and why is my green got all wonky just because I walked away? Nice work. Now, I did need to look when you're casting with Dylan. You need to be prepared to defend yourself. Defend yourself. So now I can defend myself against Dylan.
You know what's interesting here too is that I can't see what you're doing because I have myself on my Skype window, but I just have this ugly ass picture. I'm gonna show everybody this picture of Hugh. This is Hugh when he was such a wee little boy.
I wasn't a wee little boy. That was 2 years ago, and I was on the top of a 900 meter
mountain.
How
much hair you had?
Shut up.
You're all like crazy and stuff.
All like crazy and stuff. I appear to be having problems with my weapon, but what I am going to attempt to do is bend space-time and hit Dylan with this through the stream. I'm not sure if this is going to work.
No! Oh! Oh!
Hey, that's cool. It works. That's really cool.
That's screwed up. No, Jesus, stop that.
That wasn't me shooting, man. I'm not going to shoot you anymore.
How am I supposed to know? Jeez.
But whenever you hear that pop,
team names up because we're about ready to go.
Well, I had the team's name up, but now we had a server change, so I don't know if they're still up. I can't be held responsible for this kind of craziness. Let's get into spectator mode and see if the team names are up. No, they're not. Teams.
Oh, and I think you need to. No, this isn't the lowlights version. So you're good.
I am. I know I'm good, Dylan. You don't need to tell me. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, let's turn the game sound back up so you guys don't drown in Dylan's voice, because that is a horrible way to die.
You know what we haven't seen yet this weekend?
What haven't we seen, Dylan?
We haven't seen an ONOS this weekend.
An ONOS!
I think
better get moosed.
That was one of the funnest parts of being live in the studio, was that we got to yell ONOS with everybody. I had so much fun getting to know all the other players and meeting them in person. I mean, it's really cool. You know, we all talk to each other all the time on TeamSpeak and Mumble and Steam Chat, and we play games all the time. But meeting people in person is so cool, and I want to thank UWE for allowing me to be part of that awesomeness.
Oh, Dylan, it was such a pleasure. You're never allowed back. Just kidding. It was a pleasure. And we are off with Quaxi versus Onslaught. Oh, Dylan's going to kill me.
Son of a bitch!
We're off. Onslaught choosing to split 3 north, 4 north, 1 south. No one building the armory and base. Not sure if that's a mistake. No, Kinley's going to get out and build it. We have a huge skulk pack. 6 skulks moving to the south side. They are going to probably encounter the Marines post-drone bay. This would be a fantastic play if the Marines were actually in drone bay. Unfortunately, not. The Marines being out the north side.
What I've seen, right? Like,
I am.
All the planes are moving in one direction. All the Marines are moving in another direction, completely parallel from each other. And if all these aliens get down to Marine start first, which could happen, these Marines are in a lot of trouble. Because they're going to be able to take down the command station a heck of a lot faster than 3 Marines with rifles.
The Marines, though, are going to start doing damage to the alien hive before the skulks actually make it to Marine spawn. So this is a very dangerous situation for the aliens. They're going to lose their starting harvester. The aliens need to get and do some damage to Marine spawn right now. If they don't do some damage to Marine spawn, they're going to be in a really nasty position. There are 2 Marines here. The commander has got back into the chest, so there's only 1 Marine. Goes down very, very quickly. There's the beacon. Oh, boy, that is a win for the Marines because the damage they did on that harvester is worth more than the cost of the beacon. So good opening to the game by Onslaught.
I absolutely disagree. I think pulling the Marines back to Marine start was a bigger deal. Because I think they're going to get down this RT here in observation.
Good point.
They're going to die. Oh, no, 2%! Why didn't you keep fighting?
That is a win right there for Onslaught. I revert my previous decision that Dylan was correct. And I don't know why I ever made that decision, but he is clearly incorrect. It was a win with that beacon. We have a little bit of combat in South Corridor. Ori and Cowboy up against Rubot and Miz. Miz and Rubot are hiding in the ventilation shafts, though. And as a Marine, you can't get in there unless you have a jetpack. Plastic, though, could tip the scales in this battle towards the aliens. 3 aliens versus 2 Marines is a very, very good bounce to the early game. There they are. Great timing onto Cowboy and Ori. And it looks like 1 skulk down, 2 skulks down. It's now Cowboy versus Miz, and Miz with the win. But great pistol shooting from Cowboy Love.
Yeah, so it looks like, yes, I'm here. I'm examining and being thoughtful on my commentary.
Irrelevant and unnecessary.
Like some people that are just like speed casting.
I'm not speed casting. I just talk fast.
So Onslaught, King, and Paktu up here in fabrication. Marines are definitely expanding their res dominance through this map at the moment with 4 extractors up. Plastic is waiting for them. The Drifter there to help, but does not do enough to distract the Marines. 1 Marine down. Paktu still alive, taken down by Fulgo, and he will get after that extractor with no Marine anywhere remotely close.
Cowboy Love and Ori still moving down the south side of the map, where Rubot is, if they could push through to gravity control, do a little bit of damage to that harvester, would be a very bad for the enemy team because they are currently on 2 harvesters. Fulgo is chewing down in fabrication, but the Marine extractor situation right now is peachy.
Peachy. Well, it looks like these aliens are trying to do whatever they can to keep the Marines from pushing towards any of their harvesters. And they're doing a dang good job at it so far. Getting Plaza up, now moving Infestation down into Drone Bay. These 2 Marines have not pushed past here for quite some time. However, you do have 3 Marines in hydroanalysis scaring after this 1 poor skulk in here who will retreat. But they are going to go after energy with 2 skulks. They're going to be able to take that down pretty quick, even with the 2 or 3 Marines in hydroanalysis.
Very much an early game being dominated by extractor harvester trades right now, but the Marines are coming out on, well, they have been coming out on top. I'm sorry, you can see that the graph, they've been winning that play, but the aliens have now got it down to 3 extractor, 3 harvesters, which is a very good situation for aliens. Even harvester and extractor numbers is a good thing if you don't walk on 2 legs and say hello Dylan in the morning. Puto, Conan, and Rubot are finding the extractor is very vulnerable in observation. They take that down. They're going to drop it straight back down to 3 extractors. The phase gate in Hydro is going to be pretty crucial in this game. If they can lock down that second tech point, get the tech out of there.
Hydro phase gate typically is a very powerful phase gate. The only problem with it in this situation is that the aliens started in launch. So since they're in launch, the Hydro phase gate is not nearly as powerful as it would have been, say, if they'd started in fabrication or Drone Bay.
Cowboy and King up against Kainza in the gravity control harvester location. The harvester's taking a little bit of damage, but Kaisa should be able to stop these 2. He's still waiting for backup, but while he waits, that harvester could go down. Needs to save it. Plastic coming in. Timing just a little bit off. Plastic was in there 3 seconds later, and together they could have taken down those 2 Marines with the element of surround. Both aliens getting absolutely sliced and diced by those bullets, and the harvester is going to go down, and the Marines are going to start getting that resource lead they had in the early game back. There's so many extractors and harvesters going down, Dylan. I'm starting to cry a little bit. I mean, if they were sentient life forms, it would be genocidal.
Well, it looks like Onslaught, Cowboy, and King are trying to make their way towards launch, but 3 skulks are waiting in the darkness of these hallways to pounce on them and take a bite for their minions. I couldn't figure out what word I was going to use there. Could you tell?
I could, and it's a great caster technique to slow it down and get to a point, because once you hit point, you can have thought of a word. So if you hear me talking really, really fast and then suddenly I slow it down, it's because my brain has failed me. The pressure on Hydro could be about to get a little bit exciting here, because there are 3 skulks in various locations around here and only 2 Marines. And as Dylan said, this phase gate can be extremely powerful. If the aliens could shut this down at the 6-minute mark, it'd be a great blow to strike. But it looks like the Marines have great fields of fire here, and the aliens kind of searching for walls to jump off, unable to find them. No, I spoke too early. As Van Pactu is the only one left in here. Mir's on very low health, but he closes the distance very effectively, allows the kill from Mears, but it took enough time that more Marines could come through the phase gate and secure.
You know, and it should be noted, they do have a second IP up now. I'm thinking they probably just built that. I didn't see when it went up, but, you know, having one IP, that in that type of engagement would have been really bad, because the potential of losing that phase gate would have been much higher.
Absolutely, that's where that second IP can be very
Marines making their way through energy, and I'm just going to cut Hugh off every chance I get this game. And 3 Marines moving into energy, building this extractor while 1 moves up to fabrication to begin pushing there. We do have a lurk on the field, full go, and look at that, drone bay has been captured, but also the phase gate under attack in Hydro. So the aliens have got to make sure that they don't move too far away from drone bay. They've got to keep it secure. They've got to keep it rolling. They do have infestation pushed out even towards observation, and they're going to try to just work on res as much as they can and keep the distraction on these Marines while the Marines move into Plaza.
Plaza pressure is pretty good. They're going to take down the Harvester successfully. Let's take another look at the resource graph, and it is looking like a fairly standard game. You can see at that 1 minute, 2 minute mark, that's where it was looking really good for the Marine team. But since then, it's kind of evened out into a kind of standard game where the aliens trail the Marines a little bit, the Marine tech being a little bit more expensive to match the aliens. There's pressure all over the map right now. I'm liking the way these 2 teams are poking each other in the eye all over the map. There's no central position where the combat is happening, but a phase gate trying to go up in Plaza right now would be fantastic for the Marines, because it will allow them to extend, swing the barn door around the north of the map to the west and lock the aliens out of Plaza and out of that 3rd Harvester that they've been trying to keep up. They're obviously going to be able to take the one in Drone Bay, but the aliens do successfully take down Plaza.
Absolutely, and losing that phase gate momentum there is a good thing as well. The 2 lurks that are on the field have been doing a fantastic job of allowing pressure to be kept on the Marines as they try to pressure RTs. Now, if they lose one of these lurks, though, that could be a big blow. And I have to say that Kaseisha? I'm going to say it's Kaseisha. Has been a little Kasiza has been a little overextended as lurk. He or she seems to go in with quite a bit of momentum and doesn't use the spikes as much as they use bite. So they've got to be careful there. But look at this pressure down in Drone Bay. 2 Marines moving in.
2 Marines with rifles full of bullets. Silver and Ori are doing a little bit of damage here. There is enough of an alien pack coming down here that they will be shut down. Unable to find any tech or anything else in here. They might have been better to go for the Harvester. I'm not sure. Although the damage they've done here, if it's not healed, could come back and be very useful in a later engagement. Of course, it would have to be a very fast later engagement, because that crag right there is healing up.
And Hugh, I don't know how we missed it, but the phase gate is gone in Hydro analysis. The aliens must have all bulked up together, because not only have they taken down that phase gate, they've stopped the onslaught into drone, no pun intended, and now these Marines are in a really tough position.
I am very surprised. I don't know how both Dylan and I missed that. I'm watching the stream at the 3-minute delay right now to try and figure out when that went down, but it's very much the aliens that are owning up Hydro Analysis. It feels like this game was a Marine game in the early game, and now in the mid game it is definitely swinging towards the aliens. They've got that second hive up comfortably. They've got 4 Harvester locations, even if they don't have all 4 of those Harvesters up. A phase gate has gone down at fabrication. You often see Marines fall back to a fabrication position when they're unable to hold Hydro Analysis, but fabrication is not as good a location as Hydro Analysis. Hydro Analysis being in the center of the map allows access to a lot of areas, a lot of tech points, and a lot of resource points.
Yeah, I actually think that putting up that phase gate in fabrication was not a wise move at all. It's pulling you completely away from the gameplay on this map, and those 2 lurks are definitely showing how powerful they can be when you're playing on this level. And Cowboy and King are just getting assaulted, and in comes Fulgo as the Skulk, trying to get bites on Pactu as much as he can. Pactu pulling out that already shown powerful pistol in his hands, and it looks like they're going to try to push into Plaza here, which is just giving aliens more time to work on Marine res throughout the rest of the map.
And work on that res, they certainly are, as energy flow goes down. The Marines are on 3 extractors to the aliens, 4 harvesters right now. There's a very, very poor ratio for a Marine team to have, especially at the 11-minute mark, which is where these Marines find themselves right now, trying to pressure Plaza and take that down. Taking it down would be good, but some great lurk play from Plastics is keeping them back, and it doesn't look like they're actually going to be able to do it. The Drifter in Fabrication is going to be seriously nasty for the Marine team. It's going to allow the alien team to know exactly where the Marines are at any one time. They're going to know when the reinforcements are coming through that phase gate. Drifter is so important, so underused in pub play. I know when I'm pub commanding, I always forget to use my Drifters.
And we got a phase gate going up in Satellite Relay. But look at this onslaught of Skulks just making their way into this room with that lurk. There is nothing that this Marine team was going to be able to do to stop that nasty, nasty combat.
Quaxi doing very well to shut down Marine assaults right now. They've shut it down in Plaza. They've shut it down in Satellite Relay. That's 2 phase gates that could have gone up. They were both dropped and lost, so the resources were lost. Can King, Pack 2, and Cowboy take down this Harvester before Plastic does the same to them? I mean, they really need to, because Ori is not going to be able to defend in observation, I don't think. And if he's unable to defend in observation, that's going to go down. The Marines need to kill a Harvester. They do, in fact.
And it should be noted that Quaxi has enough to go fade now. Blink at about 28% research and still going strong. There is no pressure really happening on the alien hive at this moment, but there are 3 Marines waiting outside launch control and crew quarters. And it looks like they're going to try to get up a sneaky phase gate and crew.
A sneaky phase gate in crew, but again, it is found, and again, the aliens defend very, very rapidly. This is the kind of thing you see out of very high-level teams. Here's the fade. Rubot is in 75% on the blink right now. Quaxi taking down that crew quarters position. That is 3 phase gates that have been dropped and failed from Onslaught. Onslaught trying to get an onslaught going on anywhere on the map they can. Even Fabrication under attack right now. They just have not been able to successfully drop phase gates anywhere. The reaction times of Quaxi have been absolutely outstanding.
So we got 2 fades on the field now, and those fades are moving quickly up to Fabrication, because we know that's where they want to attack. You've also got Adrenaline going online and Biobomb being researched. Shotguns in the hands of these Marines, though. You got to be really careful as Fade not to blink into 3 shotguns going off of you all at once.
Remember, those fades are a very big target. It's a great target for the spread of the shotgun at about 4 meters. If you get into that range and the Marines have good twitch shooting skills, it's going to be very bad. Unfortunately, I don't think Onslaught is quite that good with their shotguns. They are not the surgeons they need to be to shut down these fades. And Cowboy just coming out alive there. These fades are going to tip the balance severely in alien favor unless Onslaught can get some huge shotgun kills.
I don't even think they need to. I think I would just move up and focus on the phase gate. You know, in this particular situation, the Marines are really at the disadvantage here. They may have the shotguns and level 1 armor and weapons, but the way that your team can respond to a hive hit is pretty good. So I would go straight for the phase gate up here in Fabrication, knock it out to give the Marines absolutely no momentum across the map.
No momentum.
And look at this, they're going for the phase gate and crew quarters again.
Whoa, Onslaught. But King and Pack 2 are running in the opposite direction. So is Cowboy. I'm not sure if Onslaught is quite on the ball at the moment. They've recycled that phase. That's good. At least they didn't lose it this time. But they've definitely bailed back out of there. Silver is so visible right now. He's shooting all over the room, trying to find the Drifters, unable to. And again, Drifter placement just outstanding. Quaxi knows what's going on. They know where they need to come together as a team, and they are coming together as a team very, very effectively, moving quickly as a pack to where they are needed to shut down phase gates, shut down that hydro pressure, shut down that plaza pressure. Very good.
Yeah, I don't think that there's really much that the Marine team can do at this point. The aliens have really secured the majority of the rest of the map. They've got Crags growing in Hydro, dropping the res node as well, which means we're going to see a 3rd hive go up here any second. And, you know, you've got 4 fades on the field. I mean, there's just not much you're going to be able to do, considering the fact that they lost 9 extractors over this 15-minute game, that their res flow, although somewhere around the 500 mark, is just, their team kills really bottomed out somewhere around the 11-minute mark, and they haven't gotten a single kill since.
It does feel like the Marines lost this game a long time ago. And again, that Fabrication phase gate is just not a strong play. It's very far to the north side of the map. The only plays you can really make from Fab are into Plaza, perhaps into Energy Flow as well. But it's an isolated location. It's often a place where teams go to die. And I feel like Onslaught might be about to die. We might need to prepare the funeral. We might need to prepare the gun
Four-man
carriage.
push going through Plaza.
Come on, Onslaught. Pull it out. Do something. Oh, but look at that. He's going straight through.
Because they know they're going to be able to respond. But look back at Marine Start as well. You got 2 fades there. So now they're going to go straight after those IPs. There's no commander to support the 3 Marines going to launch. They do have level 2 weapons in their hand. There's 4 of them here. The bone wall comes up. The Hive losing health at every shot coming out. But in come the 3 fades. The Marines just need to ignore the fades and shoot the Hive. Down to 10. Down to 6.
Oh my goodness. Oh, pack 2. Pack 2. Pack 2. Pack 2. Oh!
And quite the delay there for the Hive to drop. But Onslaught gives the GG knowing that there's no IPs left. And that is it. Game over. At least they got an honorary Hive out of it.
Yeah, that was good. Well done, Onslaught, for playing for the Hive at the end there. It's so much more fun than just dying. And it's also really good for morale, too. If you're the captain of a Marine team and it's really looking bad for you, going for a Hive play at the end there can really lift team spirits, keep your boys going for the next game. So very well done there from Onslaught to end that game in that way, instead of just sitting in their base and waiting for the GG.
All right, so now we're going to switch sides. Onslaught is going to go Alien. We saw them have a pretty strong Alien round, you know, in the last round here. And Quaxi showing that they're definitely strong as Alien. It should be noted that Quaxi technically should get the ping advantage for Marine. So I think that means that we're going to be moving to their servers. So give me just 1 second.
All right. Me being a little bit silly in the Twitch chat. Oh, man. So we may be switching servers. In the meantime, you get to look. I think we should all look at Dylan. Everyone just look at Dylan.
They all tell me, of course we changed the server.
Too much ping. Too much ping. Quaxi playing with 150 or so. Try playing from Australia, mates. See how you like that one.
Hey, Hugh. Have you been in the secret room in here?
The Descent secret room?
Yeah.
I know of it. I have not actually.
Oh, I think we should show it. Here
well,
we go.
wait.
See me.
Let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find it first. Oh, yeah, it's over here, isn't it? Yeah.
Come here.
Isn't it here? Oh, yeah. Oh, boy.
This is the best secret room out of the entire game. But it gets better.
Oh,
we get to go into the machine.
What am I watching? I have seen this, but I've never actually ran around in it. This is great. Oh, that is cool. It's like a dream come true. Gorge plushies.
Oh, well, you've seen the picture of the Gorge plushies.
Gorge plushies. Gorge plushies are coming, ladies and gentlemen. They are coming.
I can actually give you guys one even better thing. Corey and I approved the final prototype yesterday. We should be receiving it in the mail sometime in the next week.
Wow.
So we can actually see how big it is and, you know, play with it and see how much fun it is to cuddle it and have it play games with us on our desk and do awesome things. And then we will move to having them produced. I will admit, though, that it does take a little while for them to actually all get made because they ship them all at once. So we should be seeing Gorge plushies sometime, and I know this is going to kill people when I say it, early August we should have all of them.
No, it's not too far away. I mean, we've waited 11 years for them or whatever. 12 years.
That's true.
Now, Dylan, which server are we going to? Because as much as I love you, we're the only ones left in this server, and that's a bit awkward.
Looks like we're going to London.
London's calling. So, alright, I will join off you, Dylan. So you do your thing.
I'm going to do my thing.
Doing
my thing. Doing my thing.
Uh-oh, he's singing. There's only one way to solve that. Pass me the password, Dylan.
Same password as before.
Let's see if I can remember that.
Oh, not the right password.
Well, congratulations. There's only one way to solve
Why
this.
did you choose to use the picture of Spidey holding the Echelon headsets from Asus that are going to the first place prize winners. See what I did there? Instead of the picture of Spidey's brother's hot girlfriend holding the Echelon.
Oh, is that Buddy's brother's girlfriend? I thought it was his mum.
Whoa!
I don't know. Why am I not hitting you? This is stupid.
Because I'm invincible.
Sucks. All I want to do is shoot a Dylan. All I want in life is to go Dylan hunting, and I can't go Dylan hunting.
Nope.
Well, screw it. You got that password yet?
But I thought about this, guys, I've been trying to get Hugh to, get out in nature and do stuff. I mean, I like to go out and hike and do all sorts of really cool stuff. And I've been trying to get Hugh to come up because we have world-class whitewater rafting and kayaking where I live. And I thought, to tie it all together, not only will we go kayaking and get some incredible GoPro footage of us dying going off of a 20-foot drop, but we'll go play some airsoft and we'll really have some fun.
Airsoft?
Yeah.
See, all I know about airsoft is that it's soft.
No.
And that it's an American thing that people do when they don't want to play paintball.
No, allow me to explain to you what airsoft in my league is. Airsoft is high-powered...
Dylan, where's my password?
Weapons. I'm getting it. No one's given it to me yet. Semi-automatic weapons, and I will shoot literally 4,000 BBs, hard BBs, at your face for hours.
Stream, tell me, paintball or airsoft? Now I have to wait 3 minutes. I feel like the stream is just not very responsive. If I was reviewing this stream, I'd have problems with the control response. I mean, it's supposed to be voice activated. I'm supposed to be able to get a result through voice activation, and it's not working with me. You know what? Speaking of...
Twitch needs a poll system in their chat.
That would be cool.
Wouldn't that be cool?
It'd be like, should I mute Dylan, yes or no? And then we could have a poll.
Okay, why are none of these guys giving me passwords?
They don't want you in there. Guys, speaking of Gorge plushies, there are t-shirts available. You can actually have these t-shirts.
You can get them now at unknownworlds.com/store. And coming this Tuesday or Wednesday, there will be more mediums. And there will also be women's t-shirts. Yeah, look at that.
Fantastic. So get one for the whole family. Or get one each for all of your family members if you don't like sharing t-shirts. But definitely do that because it'll make Charlie happy. It gives Charlie more money. And everyone knows that giving Charlie more money is what we should all aspire to do as a community. I have a password now. This is good.
I have a password too. I'm joining.
This is an improvement on the previous situation of no password and watching this giant fade. Unfortunately, it's not letting me join Wasabi's game, so... Which, that would have been too easy. So...
People want a dual railgun exo plushie. Good lord, people. Do you know how long it's taken me to do the first one? Hugh, how long have I been working on this plushie?
Approximately 17,000 years.
Yes. Thank you.
Gorge Tunnel plushie. I think that would be hilarious, and we should.
Well, okay. What if we actually made a giant Gorge Tunnel you could buy, and your Gorge plushie could
get inside it?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I think Corey should work on the design of the entrance and exit of the plushie tunnel.
All right. So I'm in. Are you in?
I am momentarily in. What do we have? Teams Quaxi, and Onslaught. What is... Wasabi went all IDTQD on Hugh. What does that mean?
I have no idea.
Dylan, all I want from you in life is for you to be able to answer very simple questions. I feel like you're just not...
I think we're getting pretty close to the airsoft reference.
Yeah, probably. And you wait. Paintball versus airsoft is no contest, mate.
Except this one time, I totally shot this dude in his special place with my pistol, and he cried for a week.
Wow, dude, that is gonna get pulled out of the stream audio, and you're gonna regret saying that for the rest of your life.
Well, it was his fault. I jumped down off of a rock into the creek on him, and I had my pistol, and I said freeze because we're within 10 feet, and he said no, mother, and he started to pull the trigger, so I shot him with my pistol.
Airsoft has better looking weapons. What? They look real. Wow.
I have an AK-47, an M16, a
Are
Glock
you
pistol,
kidding
a Desert
me?
Eagle pistol, a
The
shotgun,
argument for Airsoft is that the guns look cool.
because they look real.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Dude, I'm gonna put one of these real airsoft guns in your hand, and you are gonna be like,
I
oh
don't
my
want a
God.
real gun. If I want real guns, I can go play with real guns. I don't want to fake shoot people with a real looking weapon.
You don't want to fake shoot me?
Well, I will, but with a paintball.
I think, are we live?
Are we actually? I mean, I'm looking at the game. No.
No. Oh, okay, yeah, okay. So we can
Okay.
keep talking.
Oh no.
No, not plastic BBs. I want to reiterate that. I do not use plastic BBs. We use high-end, like I'm talking $600 a gun here, high-end airsoft rifles with biodegradable BBs. So they're made of solid cornstarch. They hurt like a mofo when you get hit with them.
All right, Dylan. Well, we'll have a go. I mean, we're gonna need like 3 GoPros and I don't know. We'll make We'll make NS2 HD videos. That's
Well,
what
I have one GoPro.
We'll get 3 more.
You need to buy one yourself. I don't know why you don't. Out of all the video stuff you do, and you don't have a GoPro.
It's because they don't actually take good video. There, I said it. It's a fact.
They do outside if you have light. I mean, if you're in a good lighting situation, they take great video.
I have an underwater case for my big camera.
Yes, I know.
That
Which
works
sounds
well.
really weird. You got to find a better way to do audio, like a completely like waterproof mic that's outside the bag. Because all we could hear when you were underwater was.
That's cool though. That's what underwater sounds like.
Yeah.
Clicking on coral reefs. Best sound in the world. That's where I want to be right now. But I can't
And
because
it
it's
should
going
be
into winter.
known that airsoft was
Oh my
not
goodness.
invented in the U.S. It was actually invented in Japan.
We're off.
Because Japan
Ladies
does
and
not
gentlemen.
use real weapons.
Someone cut off the air supply to Dylan because we're off. Quaxi going for a split left-right, not going for an all-in split like they went for last time. Aliens definitely going for an all-in split. Onslaught moving to the north side with 5 skulks, and Drifters moving out very quickly as well.
Onslaught knows where these Marines are using cross spawns on this map, so they're definitely going to be putting the hurt in a pack, using 3 of them going through water treatment, the other 2 just waiting outside energy on the way to hydroanalysis here. Now they're going to use this opportunity to make the Quaxi Marines think that they're coming from the right when these 2 are going to come from behind. And look at this amazing combat coming in, and not a single alien goes down.
King came close, but he is just fine, and that is a fantastic play from the aliens, taking down energy flow very, very early in the game. The Quaxi Marines are going to be reeling, and Cowboy is positioning to ambush Mears and Plastic as they come to try and re-secure this area, using the parasite very effectively and delaying these Marines for at least 10 seconds there. Very effective. While the Skulk Pack moves over to Plaza, it takes down another extractor. Onslaught is onslaughterly. They are on fire.
Unslaughtery. They are on fire. I mean, using this group tactic has been amazing. And always having one Skulk that's there to bait. King waiting for the Marine to come in so the 3 could finish up, taking away essentially all expansion res to begin with. This is just amazing play. And look at this. Now they're doing it again. They're going to move right into launch control, easily take it down. The Marines have tried to get energy back up, and now they're going to go try to pressure the aliens in observation.
The amount of pressure being put down on the Marine extractors is just off the hook. Quaxi trying to recover this by taking down the Harvester in observation, but the number of losses, 3 Marine extractors destroyed to 0 Harvesters, just outstanding. Cowboy trying to do a little something about this Quaxi push, not going to be able to do much. Quaxi wisely backing straight out after getting the hit. That's a sign of a very mature team if they just back out like that instead of pushing onwards. So very good play.
Pressure Marine start on the IP. Commander now out of the chair. Silver working on the Marine to spawn in, and put Conan.
You can do
yes,
it, Dylan.
I can do it. Phonics for me, baby. They're taking out res left and right all over this map. The Marines are really at the res disadvantage. The aliens don't need the res so early on. I mean, it helps them build up for fades and other potential life forms, but taking down Marine res left and right is going to really do a bigger disadvantage to the Marines because they can't get any upgrades if they're constantly trying to drop extractors. But a 3-man push into Drone Bay right now.
The amount of damage being dealt at the start of this game is off the chain. Quaxi is really on the back foot. They need to make something happen. They're going to take down Cookie Love Smile, and the Gorge is going to get back in. Now, if they could take down... They are going for an egg lock here, and there are 4 skulks in the field, so it's going to be tough to succeed in this egg lock.
IP down to 5-2.
Whoa!
All they got to do is kill the Marines.
Whoa, that is mental. So... pressure on both starting locations at the moment. Quaxi at the moment looking to be in the better position in terms of the amount of damage they're going to be able to deal. But here come the skulks coming back. There are a couple of eggs there.
He dropped. Oh, because he doesn't have the res. He's been dropping med packs.
Oh my goodness.
Aliens could win this right now. And now we've got 3 Marines dead. 3 Marines dead. Still no IP. Still no
recycled an extractor. They've got the res. No. Oh my goodness.
Res, the second IP. And now these aliens are in turbo mode trying to find the Marines that are alive. And oh my God, I would not want to be Put Conan or Raybot right now.
Raybot needs to retreat and adopt a defensive posture right now. 16 resources. Quaxi is in a huge amount of trouble. I mean, unbelievably bad situation for them to be in. There's the, so they've recycled the observatory.
But all these skulks are just moving their way in right now. The spawn starts to happen. All the Marines back at Marine start. Aliens capping res left and right and moving across this map. And the Marines have absolutely no upgrades. Silence being researched, which means you know we're going to be seeing an alien rush any moment now. As poor Mears makes his way towards drafting.
Holy moly. This is an intense game, but Quaxi they are going to be struggling. Their resource situation is dire. The alien tech situation is good. The alien resource situation is good. Let's take a look at the resource graph. Team resources. Wait, what? That doesn't look like what I expected it to look like.
No, because the aliens didn't have a lot of res flowing in themselves. But what they did do is stop the Marines, because at 5 minutes, this should have been well over 200 already.
Interesting, interesting, interesting.
Pressure on Marines start again. IP down to 61%. No Marines anywhere nearby. Coming back, running through drafting right now.
Marines putting pressure down on launch control. I like the fact they're still out and fighting. They're not just licking their wounds in base. And both Dylan and I are in shock right now.
Yeah, I can't believe what I saw. You got 2 Marines down here in gravity working on these Hydras and this expansion. They have gone for phase tech, which is up, but nowhere near enough res to actually drop phase gates. And still, no welders. So IP at 61%. Base rush right here could just take these guys out and win it.
The aliens are in a fairly strong position. Marines trying to cap. They have only 1 extractor. Plaza went down again. Their resource situation is just so poor. And Cowboys on the IP. If they lose that IP, I mean, they're going to have to GG. There's no way they're going to be able to build another one. Fulgo forced to get out before Rubot spawned. So Cowboys warded off. There's no welders, though. I mean, that RP is at 25%. The aliens will be sniffing around thinking, where are all their extractors? Monorail, second hive claimed. The Marines don't even have weapons level 1 or shotguns out. This is a huge, huge play by the aliens, and they are going to be able to reap the rewards very, very soon. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, this is just... There is nothing Quaxi can do on this, and I think that they're a little surprised that this happened to them as well. But well played by Onslaught to work as a team, and that early engagement that they used with the 3 skulks in Hydro or in water treatment with the 2 hanging out outside Hydro to catch them from behind really is what gave them all the momentum. And then to immediately move over to Plaza and just take out res. Well played. Now they could take out this second hive, but it looks like they're going to go straight for
the IP.
And
the IP's gone.
The IP.
So a hive kill for honor, but the IP is down. And the observatory is going down as well. You may be trying to recycle that right now, but there's a second skulk coming in. This is it. This is it. There's nothing the Marines can do now. there's only, I mean, they're all on the field at the moment, but they'll start to run out of ammunition and health very quickly. The command station could very well go down. They're still calling for ammo. I think they're just playing it out now. They're gonna let the game logic win it. They're not gonna go to the ready room. So, GG.
Wow. Well
Game
played
over.
by Onslaught. I mean, you know, I am loving that we're seeing teams that I haven't really watched before play, and this has just been a lot of fun to watch.
It was a lot of fun to watch. So Onslaught playing very, very aggressively, and that was a really mixed up game. I really enjoyed that. It was a little something out of the ordinary, and it was very cool. And yeah, you know what's not cool right now, Dylan?
What's not cool?
What's not cool is the temperature of the office.
How cold is it?
It's hot. I've got all these lights on me, you know, I'm a film star, I got my lights. Shut up, Dylan. Don't even think about it.
All right. So, I guess that means that that's 1-1, right?
It is. It's 1-1. Quaxi and Onslaught. Unexpected. I thought Quaxi was going to take that second round. It was very cool that that Onslaught fought back hard.
Can we ask you something about that game?
Sure.
What took you guys so long to get out of bases? Because you had no res, or
5 res, 1 res no. No infantry portal. No.
Yeah, he couldn't build an infantry portal at all. He had no res to build it. You guys did such a good job with that first engagement to counter through Plaza and then back towards launch.
Is that echo just not the most frustrating thing you've ever heard?
Dylan! That's your fault. That's your fault. Mute the game.
You mute your game, man.
yeah.
You mute your game. I can't be held responsible for everything. I want to take this moment to take a photo of Dylan. Because I can. While we wait for the next game. Dylan, where is the next game going to be happening?
The next game? Let me find out. I'm going to bring this up. Oh, well, look at my
Dylan,
face get all pasty white right there.
I don't have all day, man. Alright, can we...
Round 3 will be played on Vale. And we will be watching Goliath versus All In. But I heard that All In was saying they may not be able to play that time. So hold on, let me figure out what's going on.
I was just taking photos of you stream. I hope you don't mind. It's a thing I do. It's a thing I do.
So we're gonna watch Breakfast Club versus Vax instead.
Ooh, Breakfast Club with a K. You know they're cool when they spell it with a K. You know they are cool when they. Do I have any more Last Stand gameplay? I'd love to show you more Last Stand gameplay. I want to show you some Hanger Last Stand gameplay.
Well, before we do that, I want to give another shout out to our awesome sponsor of this tournament, Asus. Asus is providing 6 Echelon Camo Edition headsets. These are not even available in the US yet. And I've been kindly provided. The first place team will win 6 of these for their team. Second place now is going to Multiplay servers. They will get 3 months free from Multiplay for an NS2 server, and that'll be pretty awesome as well. After the 3 months, of course, you can continue to pay for the server if you'd like to keep it. And big thank you and shout out to the guys at Nexzil, Versal and Bitey, for putting all this together for the Nexzil Proving Grounds, giving the little guys a chance to be the big guys.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see Breakfast Club in Cologne next time we go for a grand final. Let's make it happen. Let's see it happen, ladies and gentlemen, as we wait for the next server. At the moment, Dylan's doing his thing that he does, that he enjoys. I enjoy Dylan doing his thing. It's good stuff. But hey, you know what?
I love my thing.
You know what's more? You know what the Asus headsets are more exciting than? You know what is less exciting than Asus headsets?
What?
Airsoft.
No. No. Okay, that's it. That's it. When you're coming, it's on.
It's on, is it? It's on,
totally
is it?
On. 24-player game. I'll give you whatever rifle you want. You're dead. You are so dead.
Alright, let's see what happens. It's on like Donkey Kong when I finally get up there. I've got to get some mobility. They won't rent a car to me because I'm under 25 and I spend all my money on airplanes, so I can't buy the motorcycle I want. Airplanes and cameras.
I'll drive you back here.
Oh wait, there's an international airport near your city, isn't there? Arcata?
Oh, yes, that's right. Humboldt International Airport.
Humboldt International Airport. I'm gonna check the airfares for that while I wait for.
It's like $400 to fly up here. It's ridiculous. You know what I could do? I have a friend with a plane. Maybe we'll fly down and pick you up.
That would be better. Can we do that?
Possibly. I mean,
Well,
it's only like $40 in gas to get down there.
Yeah, for sure, man. Let's do that. That would be
How cool would that be if you actually had a video of us picking you up in a plane?
That would be amazing, balls. It would make the best NSOHD video in the history of the universe. Hey guys, I'm just getting on the plane now, and for once, it's not some giant 747. It's a little
6-seater Cessna.
Oh yeah, it is $400 to fly up there. How about that?
Yeah. Look at that.
All right, Dylan, let's make it happen. The people
So
want to
cool.
see me own you in this silly little airsoft game you play, and then we'll go play paintballing or something. Like men. My headset is broken. Dylan's still working on finding a server. Me working on not losing my mind from lack of food. It's good. It's a weekend.
Well,
It's very
technically-
sunny outside.
Technically, they have 20 minutes.
Oh,
Technically,
do they?
have
Okay,
20 minutes,
alright.
so, yeah. Everybody's
mean-
saying that your Coca-Cola's wearing off.
Coca-Cola is not wearing off. It never wears off. What does wear off, though, is my skin when I don't get sunlight. You see how pasty I'm getting? This is when I have it. I mean, it is sunny outside. I am inside playing with computer games. I am the nerd. I mean, if there was a nerd, I am that nerd.
You're that nerd?
I'm that. I'm so pasty.
I know, but you're going to come back from Australia in a couple weeks and you're going to be like completely brown, dark. gold.
No, because it's winter. Don't remind me.
Your winter there is still hotter than it is in the U.S.
No, it's a winter.
What's your winter?
Oh, you know, it can get pretty low in Sydney.
Like
It's-
what?
Why does the green screen keep doing that? Color
Like
balance on
what?
the camera. I need to lock the color balance. Well, it can get down to 1 or 2 degrees Celsius in Sydney overnight. And then-
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't think it was capable of getting that cold in Australia.
Yeah, it happens. It happens.
Well, my house right now is 13C, and it's cold.
That is quite cold for a house to be.
Yeah, but I don't want to turn my heater on because electric is expensive.
Electricity is expensive is what you meant to say?
Yeah.
Oh, Dylan.
Yeah.
He's speaking American, everybody.
Yeah.
He's taking English classes. We're working on him. Where is my server and my game? It's because these teams keep finishing up early. They don't
You know what
actually
we
have to
should
start.
do?
What should we
I
do?
think I'm gonna go alien.
Oh, you're gonna die. You've got no
You're
chance.
gonna die.
You've got no chance, mate.
You gotta get in the chair first.
I'm getting in the chair.
Well, you'll get. Oh, I have 269 ping to your 169. How is that
Hydro.
fair?
Well, I mean, it's not. Even if you had 0 ping and I had 400, it's not gonna help you. So let's not mince things here. I'm heading to Hydro.
All right, hydro it is. Ooh, hey, look, the biting bug is back.
The biting bug? There are no bugs in NS2, you
Yeah,
idiot.
when you get out of the command station and you're biting.
Where is he? Where are you, Dylan? Come out and play with me. You gonna die. You gonna die.
Are you in hydro?
Oh, whoops, no, I'm in energy flow. Where are you at, Dylan? Oh, parasite, huh? Okay. Doesn't look like I was actually affected by the parasite. That's a bug. That's not right. Let's turn my mouse sensitivity down.
No!
Yes! Victory is mine!
Oh, I love it.
All right,
That was
let's
too
go
funny.
again.
All right. I'm just waiting for them to still tell me what server we're going to play on. Oh, that was funny. That was too funny, Hugh.
I'm sorry. Wait a second. I just realized that XSplit. What the? Reverses. I don't know. Hey, there's something going with my camera. All right, where am I going? I'm going Hydro again.
Hydro.
Hydro analysis as we wait for the next game to start. It's not due to start for a little bit.
We got a couple minutes. By the way, you
Yeah.
can check out twitch.tv/Versal for some other active games.
You can indeed. There's a whole bunch of other streams. Check those out. Check those out. Check them out. Look at them.
Here, where are you?
Hey?
I said I'm here. Where are you?
I'm just shooting. I'm just shooting. Shooting. Alright, I'm coming for you. Coming for you, Dylan. Where are you at?
No, I was up there.
Wow!
All right,
wow.
Now it's on. Now it's on.
Whoops, I just turned off my HUD. One of my keys is bound to turn off HUD. So I'm gonna have to do it in console. Say...
Soldiers are under attack.
That didn't work. Alright, I'm in Hydro.
I'm coming.
Oh, you little prick.
That wasn't me.
Well, who was it?
Oh.
Oh, our fight is getting messy. Others are joining in the fun.
You're not in Hydro.
I am in Hydro. And I'm going to kill you. Wait, there's multiple skulks in here? There's one in the tank. Oh, come off it, you hacker.
No, I was the one behind the tank.
Oh, okay, fair enough. Now, I'm just having to adjust some camera settings here because... No, that's not going to work. Alright, I don't know why. I'm supposed to have the color mounts. Alright, how are we going on that server?
They are saying they're going to need the 10 minutes that
Very
they
good.
need to do their thing. But, yeah. So I'm just waiting for the server info. But they will be ready to go in about 10 minutes.
Oh, good. Enough time for me to riddle you with holes again. He's probably got his sound way turned up and I've got, like, no sound.
No, I don't have like any sound on.
Oh, that was a Quaxi player. Well, whoops. Now he knows where I am.
I have actually no idea where you are.
Here, doing.
Hubie, where you at?
I'm in Hydro. Oh, Dylan. Oh, where could he be? What are you doing? What are you in? What, you're in the wrong room, you idiot.
I am?
I am in Hydro.
Oh!
Idiot. Come and fight.
Alright, I'm coming.
Prepare to die.
Spawning in 3, 2, 1. Alright, I'm coming. Here I come. Are you ready?
Oh yeah, I'm ready.
Why do I have this feeling you're cheating?
Why is your commander dropping cysts in here?
I have no idea.
Dylan, come out and play.
I'm coming.
Do you have cloaking or something?
Build structure and waypoint.
Oh, come on! I got like 90 damage into you!
Oh, 15 health. 15 health, no carapace. I loved how you were putting down sentry turrets.
I wasn't. The commander was dropping him. I wasn't touching him, and the stream can verify that fact. Fool. Alright, now we're fighting an energy flow.
Alright, energy flow it is.
Aliens OP. I've been invited to join the Steam group Natural Selection 2 New Zealand. FYI, everyone.
Oh.
New Zealanders. Ugh. I'm sorry, New Zealand.
Upgrade complete.
Right, there's a Mac following me. That's useful. He's really following me. Dylan.
You there?
Dylan! Yep. Why are you alert? Die, cheater! Screenshot! Screenshot!
You can't use a freaking Mac,
I can't use a Mac while you use a lurk.
and then you have a second player come in and shoot me too? That's
No, he used an axe. I shot you.
cheating.
He used an axe and I used an axe.
Cheating.
I have a screenshot of me axe killing you and your body lying in front of me as a lurk. What
That
you
was
gonna do about it, Dylan? Huh? Punk? Where's that server at? Where's the server at, Dylan?
Let's see.
Give me a server to play on. It's Saturday. I want to see some NS2. Much as I like getting shot by you, it's... You know, at some point...
Yep, I got the server.
What is it? Tell me the password out loud. Even better, put it up on a big piece of cardboard and hold it up to your Skype cam. I have such bad hit reg. Where's my hit reg? No hit reg. None. Alright, Dylan has provided me with no password, but I'm sure we'll get one any second now. He's typing something. This Mac following me is kind of creepy. There's two of them.
Have you on the team?
Ah!
Hi there. Would you like some help? Can I bring you a coffee? Hi there.
So when I first started playing NS2, one of the things I had most fun with, because the game wasn't, you know, it was having issues, was talking to the Macs.
Would you like some help? Can I bring you a coffee? Hello.
Hello.
Firmware updates are available. Please update my firmware.
Please update my firmware.
Hello. Firmware updates available. Hello there. How are you?
Alright,
Dylan,
you can turn off me.
Please update my firmware.
Dylan, where's this? Give me the password. 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 Still no password.
I just gave it to you.
Where? I got nothing in Skype. Oh, there it is. Okay.
Doofus.
All right.
You guys know what I have to deal with?
Professional genius caster. That's what you got to deal with. You're just not on my level, Dylan. You got to get on my level. Man, I can't bring you up here, okay? You got to do it yourself. He's not a happy camper. Look at him.
Zephrem!
All right, we're in a server. Oh, what? Dylan is saved by the fact that my whiteboard plugin needs an update. There I was going to draw all sorts of stuff all over his head, and now I can't. All right, teams are who?
See, you know, so here's the thing that I'm
VX.
really disappointed in. A lot of people have been like, you know, Wasabi, you gotta have the stash, you gotta have the stash, you gotta have the stash. So I have been shaving my goatee to have a stash every time I'm on camera. And then some people are making fun of me for having a stash like this. They like my
No.
porn stash. So now I'm just trying to decide. I think I'm gonna get rid of the stash.
No.
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
What would Dylan be without a stash, though? This is, I mean, we need to consider this very careful.
Awesome.
I'm not sure about this. Dylan, you'll look, I mean, The stash makes you look so wise and old.
I am wise and old.
He's like
I'm
20.
older than you,
Shut up.
Mr. like 21-year-old.
I'm not 21 anymore, unfortunately. I feel like I'm getting older.
Account information.
Oh, very.
Push that time.
Yeah, I managed to get a... Well, now that it's on the stream, you know, someone's going to go back and start photoshopping that, trying to up the contrast and...
Big shout out. I'm currently looking for Twitter sponsors. Intel, Game On. It's probably backwards on your screen though, isn't it?
No, it looks correct.
Speaking of sponsors, what is the best time to talk about sponsors? Right now. Big shout out to Asus for donating 6 of the Echelon Camo Edition headsets. These headsets are actually really cool. They're analog based, you know, which we all know is better than the USB ones really in the long run. The other cool thing is the microphone actually like retracts into the headset, so you can like pull it out of the side. It's really cool. So it can be adjustable to whatever is comfortable for you. And they're not available in the US yet. I don't believe they go on sale in the US for another 6 months. So you're getting something that no other person in the US has.
Whoop, 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 whoop. That sounds
That goes
awesome.
to the first place winners. Second place, ever wanted your own NS2 server? Well, bam, you just got it. 3 months free from Multiplay. Multiplay hosts all the official UWE servers. So you can be just like UWE. Be cool, be indie, be awesome. Be like UWE at Multiplay.
So I've been thinking about that whole indie thing, right?
Yeah.
And
I
I
you
think...
can't really call yourself indie anymore, can you?
Well, no, we can legitimately. And I wrote a whole article.
I don't know that you could really.
I wrote a whole article on what
2,000-word essay
on what constitutes an indie developer. However, it's just not cool to call yourself indie anymore because every Tom, Dick, and Harry with publisher money is calling themselves indie. If you're developing an Xbox Live Arcade game with a publisher grant, somehow you're still indie. What?
Well, it's a grant.
What?
It's a grant.
Uh-huh. Right. Anyway, it's absolutely ridiculous. So I've made the decision that in all future correspondence regarding Unknown Worlds, I'm probably going to drop the title indie because it gets thrown around like a... what's something that gets thrown around a lot? Like a parcel at a parcel party.
Oh, boomerang. Boomerangs
Like
get
a
thrown around
boomerang. Boomerangs get thrown out. So it's absolute garbage. It's outrageous, and it shall no longer be used, I don't think. By Unknown Worlds, I don't think, because there's no point. We're just going to be a developer. We make games. And if you want to see that article, you can go to gameaperture.com.
You know, let's think of a cooler name than indie. You know, like how you have like art house pictures, and those are like, you know, they're all about quality and substance as opposed to just like big Hollywood actors.
Yeah.
So you got to think of some cool name for your type of studio that's not indie.
Art house.
Well, no, I'm saying something along those lines. I'm not saying say call yourself Art House.
Yeah. But if I see another Xbox Live Arcade developer with publisher money calling themselves indie, I'm probably going to tell them.
They're asking if you can grow facial hair. He can. In fact, I've been trying to get him to do it just for one stream to just grow the stash in. He could do it, but he won't. If they're like even like a millimeter or a centimeter of hair shows up on his face, he freaks out and has to shave.
That's not true.
I've seen your 5 o'clock shadow. You'd actually have a pretty nice mustache come in.
Thank you, Dylan. It's not going to happen though, because you see this is style. That over there, I don't know what that is, but it's got a stash on it.
I'm growing the sides out. It's gonna twirl.
1 minute you're saying you're not going to have a stash. The next minute you're saying you're growing the stash. Has this game started?
No, they just jumped in with commanders, but we're still waiting for the other team to show up.
Super SARS.
The other team will be here in 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Command Ooh.
Wasabi, you've got something on your face. There's actually 2 of them.
Worth upgrading from a G35. G35 headsets are cool, but these are different. And I haven't actually got to use it yet since they're not released in the US. But Asus makes really good products, so I would imagine that they're really nice. I know that Bitey is currently using one because they sent him a pair as well. and he really likes it. So, I mean, I think it's everybody's preference, you know, is different. You just, if you win, you get to try the headset out, and there you go.
Oh yeah, he can't see me, so he doesn't know what I'm doing. Oh well. Breakfast Club, where you at? Where you at,
Coming
Breakfast
right
Club? Breakfast Club.
Uh-oh, it's bonkers!
What?
Team Twat just signed online, and the best commander in Europe, or in the game, Bonkers,
Team what?
is Team Twat. Teamwork and tactics.
Oh, good. Teamwork and tactics. Very, very good. Yes, continue.
I'm kind of sad, Hugh. This is the final round today.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, it better
really
be
think we
off
could've
the damn chain, Wasabi.
I mean, I think we could have put one more in. I mean, let's see if it was noon was the last round. It's only like 9 p.m. in Europe right now. But, you know, the Europeans, they want to make sure that they have time to play.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the games have been moving pretty fast today. That's why we've been sitting around for 25 minutes waiting for the next round. Also because of Wasabi Stash, but...
Yes, the stash is very slow.
What I could do, I have a Sharpie here. I could draw a stash on live on stream.
Wow, Sicknick joined B Club.
All right, I don't
And-
have to. That's okay.
Wow. Are you going to draw a stash on yourself?
No, you missed it. You missed it. You had the opportunity to tell me to do it. I would have done it too, but you just weren't interested. So
Well, you got a couple minutes. You could do it.
no, I'm over it now. The Sharpie is too far away now. It's like
You're-
it's 35 centimeters away in a plastic cup. You expect me to go to all that effort to pick that up? I have to save energy casting.
Why
the
are
game,
you sitting so far away from the camera?
I'm not.
You look like this tiny little guy on this big screen.
Well, last week it was 24 mils. This week it's 18 mils, and that's a little bit further back. It's sitting in the same spot.
Will you do me a favor and look into the camera?
No, you're gonna draw on something.
No.
Yes, you are. I know you are. He wants me to look into his eyes deeply.
I want you to put your face right up in front of the camera and smile.
No, no, it's not happening.
Do it.
Nope.
Do it.
No, no, no. Is anyone in there? Hello?
Are you petting the Marine and the Fade?
I was attempting to pet the Marine in the fade, yes. We're still waiting on B Club join. It looks like they are joining in. Breasthound, Sicknick, Derriere, Love. Oh, these guys. Oh, and now I'm in the ready room.
You know, you can follow both Hugh and myself on Twitter.
Really?
S2 Wasabi1. And Hugh over there is at completely
Actually,
stupid.
What Dylan is saying is very important because you've got a choice. You can either have
Oh,
thoughtful...
I got it. That was the best
What?
screenshot ever.
You can either have timely, relevant, thoughtful, entertaining, cool, well thought out tweets, or you can follow NS2 Wasabi One. So the choice is yours. I leave it up to you. But you've got the two of them there. And I ban anyone that follows NS2 Wasabi One from following me at Hugh_Jeremy. So make your choice wisely. Again, quality or wasabi. Which do you want?
I want quality, which would be at NS2 Wasabi1.
Oh, I thought you were going to have something, a bigger call for me there, Dylan. I thought you were going to lay the smack down. Tanner and Fane can't play in this tournament. Fanner and Tanner, Tane and Fane, the Fanner and Tane, Payne, Train, is not allowed to play because they are too good. And Fanner starts fires. Dylan is very distracted at the moment. I don't know quite what he's doing.
Oh, that's the perfect screenshot right there.
What are you doing and why?
I'm imposing a mustache on your face right now.
Imposing a mustache on my face. Oh, very good. Okay. You draw on yourself the people want it. Yes, unfortunately, I have to walk out in public. Isn't that funny? I'm okay with doing my face paint in front of 6,000 concurrent viewers during the NSL Invitational Cup, but I'm not okay with drawing a Sharpie moustache on in front of 300.
Sounds like your priorities are screwed up.
Banging on the table is one of the most frustrating things you can do during a live stream because vibrations travel up into the microphone, through the interwebs, into people's eardrums, and they hate you for it. So I've got to stop doing that as Breakfast Clubs and VX are now late. 4 minutes past 1. Dylan, make them play! Sorry.
Okay, I'm sending you a photo. You got to put it up.
Oh, really? See,
Yeah.
the great thing about being here is that the stream's coming out of that.
No, because I made it look like you did it with the Sharpie, so it's really funny.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let's see here. Down, and then grab that.
You're too slow, Dylan. The stream's gone.
And
Everyone's left.
There you go. It's in...
Too bad Skype is such a slow file transfer program.
Yeah, because it took 3 seconds there.
3 seconds to transfer 5 megabytes? That's terrible. It's actually 55 kilobytes. Okay. I mean, it's a pretty impressive effort. I'm actually quite impressed. Well done, Wasabi. Stream, you don't get to see it. Okay, I'll put it up. It's so tiny.
You hear that a lot.
Wow, Dylan. I think we can significantly improve the quality of this cast by doing
No,
that.
don't do something.
Yeah, that's good right there. Okay. Much better. Now, where's the mute button?
Did you show everybody the picture?
Yes, I've actually found a very good use for the picture, Dylan. I'm quite happy
You
with
put it. Did you put it over my face?
I would never do that.
Yes, you did.
Don't, Dylan, don't lump me in with such childish people that would do such things. There's nothing going on. Like that. Wait, are they starting?
Yeah, it might be.
No, they're not. I get so excited because I think they're starting and then they're not.
Well, they just have to ready up now because they got in the command stations to get the game ready.
Yo, B Club. Yo, VX. Start yo game. Yo. YOLO. And Chisel. Work with me here, Dylan. I'm trying to party.
So, yeah, they're all waiting for the. I love that there's a 3-minute delay sometimes because you get to see everybody like, yeah, what would it look like? What would it look like? And then it's just like, bam, and everybody goes, epic.
Or they go, oh, Wasabi did it, so it's a fail.
No, because it actually looked like you drew it with your Sharpie.
It's not been up yet, though, has it?
No, not yet. I'm serious. Okay, Hugh, I will pay you $500 to grow a mustache.
Wait, are you serious?
I'm completely serious.
How long do I have to keep it for?
You have to keep it for a month.
No, fuck off.
2 weeks. It has to be grown in for 2 weeks.
I can't. Even for $500.
Yeah, come on. Hey, someone's got to fix that camera. Huh?
I do. This poor camera
Oh,
is
look at
broken.
See, it wouldn't cost you any money, really, because I'd be paying for it to get fixed.
Yeah, but I feel like my ability to, like, my value would decrease with mustache.
I think it would actually increase. I think you'd get more ladies.
All right,
That accent with the mustache?
women of the internet, tell me, would I be more attractive with or without a
Yes,
mustache?
'cause, they're totally watching this stream right now.
There are a surprising number of females playing Natural Selection 2. I don't know if there are any watching the stream, but if you are, let me know if you think that a stash would improve my already dire prospects or reduce them.
So I'm trying to find who was that famous Australian actor? Brian Brown. That was his name. Yes. Brian Brown was big in the early 90s in the US.
Oh, really? The
he started-
90s. That pinnacle of human culture.
Yes. Well, late 80s, early 90s. And I'm going to find this image here for you, Hugh, because this is what you should look like.
Really?
I'm having problems finding a picture of him with a mustache, but I knew he had it in one movie. I just can't find it. Bummer. Bummer. Oh, well.
Love is ready. Daria,
Look at
love
that.
is
They love it. Perfect. Epic stash. Just do it now for real.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider. So where's this bloody picture you keep talking about?
I was trying to find one. I can't find it.
Evidently, the man was wise and you... Oh my goodness! We might actually be going live.
You know, I have this funny idea for a YouTube video. We'll talk
Ladies
about
and
it.
gentlemen, Breakfast Club vs. VX going live right now here on twitch.tv/natural selection 2. Take it away, Dylan, with the split.
Well, Vex is starting up in control, as always, with a 3-2 split towards Skylights, while the aliens starting down in Subsector do a 3-2 split of their own through system waypointing on the way to Nanogrid and to Skylights.
What do we know about VX, Dylan? I don't think I've ever cast a game with VX in it, although I'm not completely sure about it. They have awesome, funny names like Super SARS and Twisted
I
Shadow.
have played against Vex. They are actually a pretty good game. Watch Barbados. Barbados is actually a pretty strong player.
Yeah, yeah. What about Nuke? Is he a bit explosive? Look at this fast play into Nanogrid. Double Harvester drop with the Cis play. This Cis chain here in system waypointing becomes the weak spot of the alien play at the opening of the game here on Vale. But we will see if VX can cut that Cis chain. And a great ambush by Party Fade. Oh, and Party Skulk. Oh, Nuke got nuked. Oh.
Big win for them early on against Vex. They're not only going to probably take down this RT in Skylights, but they got a great set of Marines down. There was 3 Marines down there in that first engagement. Now 4 Marines down. The aliens did also win over on the right side of the map in C12, and they're going to start pressuring Topographical.
Topographical Extractor, 75%. People in the stream saying, hey, you should grow that stash for a charity and see how much you can raise. That could actually be quite funny. We could do that, and we could somehow involve that airsoft round in it. Nuke and Twisted Shadow on the Extractor in Skylight's building that. A nice and quick Party Fade's not a fade, but he is a Skulk, and the Skulk can do a bit of damage. He's putting parasites through that ventilation shaft gap to harass those Marines. Breasttown from B Club going up against Gohan in Topographical. Is that actually Gohan Zeta?
It could be.
We have 1 Marine, Twisted Shadow with Superstars backing up, moving down to engage the Party Skulk, the honest party animal, Saya with the kill there. And this game is looking like a fairly standard Veil opener right now, but with a little bit of an alien edge because of the damage they've been able to do on Skylights.
Well, the Marines have not been able to push past the center part of the map at all. You know, the mines are out now, which is helping Vex get some engagements won, but you've also got Marines that are pushing their way down to Pipeline right now, which I'm a little surprised by. I don't really know why they're doing that, but they have avoided C12 and left Topographical wide open. Now we've got 2 Marines pushing their way down into system waypointing.
Yeah, that Marine play into Pipeline is probably a little bit of a waste of time. I mean, they're going to spend a good minute just running around doing absolutely nothing. I mean, they could go for an early phase gate here. The observatory is out, but the phase gate research has not started again. They're going to have to sit there doing absolutely nothing for a very long time, and all this time they spend in Pipeline, they could be using that time to put bullets in things, and putting bullets in things is valuable. Skulks have absolutely cleaned up in system waypointing again. That is the weak point of the Nanogrid play, but it's looking just absolutely peachy right now.
And it looks like Vex might actually be going for an early phase gate tech to Pipeline, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me at all. But Breasttown and Derriere make their way in as Skulk off the walls, trying to go after, and Gohan Zeta goes down, even with the assistance of Medpacks and Pipeline, and that will definitely throw off the Marines, considering the fact they only have 3 active extractors at the moment and 1 dropped in Pipeline.
And that drop in pipeline is just not going to go anywhere. It's going to take a long time for any Marines to get back down there. Daria Love's got that whole area locked down as well. Lots more combat happening in system waypointing. The Marines know that Nana Grid has been taken. They want to take this position so they can cut off the Nana Grid cis chain and potentially do a bit of damage. We've also got a big cis spread down into cargo where there's going to be a 4th harvester drop. 4 harvesters is an absolutely deadly number of harvesters. And the amount of damage done by the aliens in system waypointing just then was also deadly to those biped humanoid life forms. Party Fade taking down the Extracting Scarlets. Dylan, Breakfast Club is going to town.
Yeah, Breakfast Club is doing really well, and I think what's most effective is they're moving in that 4 skulk pack almost all the time. So kind of baiting with 1 skulk and then rushing in with 3 others, and we saw that really effective in the last round of games as well. So, you know, well played by Breakfast Club. Vex, not to be underestimated yet, but I still don't understand what they're doing in pipeline.
What is going on in pipeline? They maybe try to play for a phase gate there, secure the second tech point. It feels a little bit early for that, though. I mean, you really want to secure some resources before we start worrying about where that tech point's going to be. They can't even hold skylights. They can't be going for pipeline. And that phase tech is just now out. But the resource situation is not good enough to be dropping phase gates. Gohan is managing to hold. Daria Love could change that situation, though, very quickly, as Gohan may get attacked from behind by some Daria Love right now. Oh, my God. Here we go. We're going first person here on Gohan, and Gohan does go down.
And Gohan stood no chance against Derriere and that impeccable skulking. And, you know, what's also interesting here, too, is they're also going for a double lurk play. Party Skulk and Sicknick. Yes, you heard me right, folks. Sicknick, formerly of Team Inversion, now playing on B Club. And, you know, these double lurks we've seen be super, super effective, especially against non-upgraded Marines without shotguns.
And non-upgraded Marines without shotguns is exactly what these Marines are right now. They do have mines, but apart from mines, their only other tech is phase gates, and they're not actually using a phase gate. So all those resources sunk into phase gate research right now are absolutely not earning anything for these Marines. They're just not getting away with them. Very frustrating situation to be in as Marines. Let's check out the resource graph. You can see the aliens pulling ahead in resources, which is just an outrageous situation. When you see that in a game, you know that a Marine team is in severe trouble. VX is going to have to pull out something royally spectacular if they want to come back from this early game pressure by Breakfast Club.
And they're not just pulling ahead. They've got 5 harvesters online, raking in res. 53 in the bank already. Hive growing, no pressure whatsoever. And I'm sorry, Vex Gohan is not Gohan Zeta. Gohan Zeta is actually a caster on another match. It's just Gohan.
It's just Gohan. It's Gohan the Gohan. Gohan Zeta is up on Twitch TV. There is a Twitter address floating around in the chat. Check that out, guys. It's got all the links to the other casters right now, and there are so many casters with us again. Daria 11, Signig versus Shades and Gohan in topographical. The Marines cannot afford to lose this, and then don't look like they're going to lose this. They might lose this if they do lose this.
Look at how effective that was. Derriere coming and catching them off guard while they were focusing all their firepower on Signig, and Derriere once again coming in and cleaning up those Marines. 3 Marines down to the deadly bite of Miss Derriere.
Wowee. Wowee. I mean, the amount of pressure Breakfast Club is bringing down on the close extractors of the Marine side is outrageous. They should be arrested. Someone get the cops on these guys because they are taking no prisoners right now. The Marines are absolutely battling. The aliens closing on both sides. Not a good situation to be in. Getting pincered up in control. You've got nowhere to go, and that is exactly the situation that VX are finding themselves in right now. Difficult position for them to be in psychologically as well. You don't want to go into the first match and get hammered like this. I mean, this is how aggressive the aliens are right now. They're actually dropping crags in East Junction.
Marines start push. You've got 1 lurk, 1 skulk, just trying to make their way up here. There are 2 active IPs, and Arms Lab is even up researching Armor 1 right now. And they do have their obs with phase tech, but they've just not been able to get any good foothold whatsoever throughout this entire match. Gohan trying to build in the dome, my guess, to get a phase gate up. The second hive in cargo, 80% grown, not even been seen or touched by this Marine team the entire game. And so they don't have to drop crags at all. And they're going to be able to drop a fade egg or even go for another hive immediately after this hive is done.
Not only have they not touched that hive, they have not put a single bullet in that hive. And in doing so, it means that the aliens have absolutely free reign with their tech. They are going to be raising up the tech very, very soon. You can expect second tier abilities such as Leap, maybe even a Blink Fade. It'll be very early for a Blink. I'm sorry, we've already got the fades out. It'll be very fast Blink Fade. but they could do it. Their resource situation is, again, out of control. 5 harvesters, and VX just desperately trying to hold the close extractors. They're putting up a nice fight. They're making a good show of it, but boy, these boys know they are in trouble.
Wow, and at 8 minutes on Vale, you have 2 fades out, and you now 3 fades, 2 lurks. I mean, this is just a nasty combination. They don't even really need Blink at this point. They're so much more powerful than this Marine team. They're going in, swiping left and right, doing little damage are the Marines right now. And now with all these fades in Marine start and the lurks just shooting off at all the mines, this is pretty much a GG. I really doubt to see them pull back at this point.
It is, and as I cycle through all these first-person views, you can see the Marines just getting absolutely annihilated. There is nothing they can do against this high-tech alien onslaught. The degree of life-form weight on this alien team is outrageous for this stage of the game, and just kill after kill after kill. They're coming out of the infantry portals and getting absolutely slaughtered.
Hugh, look at the mini-map here, too. They've got healing stations in 3 different places on the north end of the map. Topo, West Junction, East Junction. They've spread infestation throughout the rest of the map, and they're now on 7 harvesters. So even if the Marines were able to push them out of Marine Start, this game is over.
That is just absolutely insanity. And there's the GG from Super Severe Acute Respiratory Syndrome. Game over. And Breakfast Club is going to be on an absolute high there. VX are going to have to go back and lick their wounds and think about what went wrong at the start of that match. Damn, Wasabi, what did we just watch?
We just watched Breakfast Club really step up their game. I haven't watched them in a while, but you know, they did a couple Friday night show matches. They were a good team to watch, but I'd say this is a totally different team. They may still be the same players, but their skill level has definitely increased.
I'm not sure if what we watched just then was even legal in some states. It was so outrageous. VX, they are just going to be in such a tough spot in their minds right now. It's the worst thing that can happen to you at the start of a competition is get hammered by a team like this. So let's see what they can do now on the alien side. B Club will be on the Marine side because that's how it works. Natural Selection 2, there's 2 teams. We are working on the super secret 3rd race. It will be a race of Dylans. You can only play as Dylan. Upgrades will be various versions of your stash. It's going to be good. Huge balance nightmare though.
Well, it looks like B Club is already ready, and of course they are. After a win like that, how could they not be ready to just jump in and play the game?
This is a warm-up game, so we are not live.
So my great idea for a YouTube video, Hugh,
Uh-oh.
is we actually do a camera feed of both of us streaming Crocodile Dundee and making comments throughout the entire movie.
I'm not sure if that's legal. I think our channel will get taken down.
We can do it on ustream.com.
Oh, do they allow that, do they?
Yeah, they won't shut us down. I think we should do it. We'll do one of these little split screen things where you got us in the corners and then a big screen of Crocodile Dundee, and it'll be Hugh and Wasabi commentary, and you know it'll just be epic.
It would be hilarious. I think we should do that.
I think we should.
So, we now await VX vs B Club, game number 2. You notice I slowed down there, did the casting thing, because counting from 1 to 2
takes a long time.
It's a lot of brain power. So, VX just chilling out over here. Breakfast playing the mind games with them, shooting them in their hive. This is considered to be a little bit rude at the start of a game. Yeah, and I feel like I can see it in the way the VX skulks are moving. They're just not... They're a little bit loose at the moment. They need to tighten up the play.
Well, to be honest, Vex hasn't played a single game today. All In rescheduled their first game, I believe, with them. And then we had a dropout, which caused them to have a bye in the last round. So, yeah, I mean, they haven't really got as much play as B Club has, and I'll bet they've been feeling it. And we're live.
Here we go. We are off VX vs B Club. Game number 2 in the Nexzil Proving Grounds tournament. B Club splitting 3 left, 2 right. The alien split is quite even as well. Look for the hole just south of Skylights as they try to not alert the B Club players to their position. Party Fed has been boosted into the vent though, and he may catch Twisted Shadow. No, Twisted Shadow is okay. Oh, man, but Party Fade could cause all sorts of trouble down that long sightline vent.
Yeah, you can see that they actually decided not to use the vent in anticipation of there being someone in there possibly. So, you know, Vex is really held back. Party Fade really kind of not doing any service to anybody being in that vent right now.
So, Sicknick building up the extractor there. Nanogrid has been taken with 3 Hydras to defend. Barbatos is putting up clogs. So playing for the resources just as B Club did in the previous match. Gohan waiting for the ambush on Daria Love as Breasthound moves through to take C12. And this match is on like Donkey Kong.
And Sicknick and Party Fade both being pros in this game. Watching out, looking in every corner as they move around the room. Finding these skulks left and right. And it just seems like every engagement that B Club gets into, they pretty much win. Shade's taking down Party Skulk, though. I mean, this is not a good position to be in this early to lose engagements as aliens.
Certainly is not. B Club, if they can take system waypointing, will be able to shut down the Nanogrid play faster than the Crusher comes down on Mineshaft as Barbatos the Gorge desperately tries to run away. He does go down. That is a loss of a life at the start of the game. You do not want to have. They are in Nanogrid. They are taking down the Hydras. And oh my goodness, V Club could lose these 2 Harvesters very early on in the game. This would be a devastating blow. I think what we're seeing right here is a team that is slightly outmatched. B Club is just on another level right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think I would definitely agree with that. It just feels like Vex is not at the level of skill that B Club is, and losing those engagements the way they did, this is just not a good position. Now they're going to lose Nanogrid, which is all their expansion res. There's nothing they can really do down here in Cargo, and an odd cyst placement as well, you know, is kind of wasteful of the res. So maybe a little less skilled commander as well. Both harvesters now going down in Nano. Not a single harvester touched by the aliens yet. C12 and Pipeline now up as well. 5 active extractors.
B Club, Breasthound moving very, very fast southeast on this map. Very unusual to see a Marine down there at this stage of the game. 2 minutes, 40 seconds in. He's looking to do some damage. The aliens have lost Nanogrid. They are retreating and trying to take Cargo instead. And these boys are just going to be feeling like poop in their TeamSpeak right now. They're not going to be happy campers, and that can affect your play. Watch the skulks. Watch the skulks. If the skulks start to not bounce off walls and start to run directly at their enemies, you'll know that these guys are just kind of losing it as Breasthound takes down the Cargo Harvester.
Yeah, and that's really going to put them in a bad spot because they've only got 4 res in the bank now, 1 active harvester. Phase Gate now going up in Nanogrid with extractors being dropped. And this B Club team does not look like they're going to pressure that hive anytime soon, because when they do, they are going to bring it.
Skulk's desperately trying to do some damage in base, but a very fast beacon click from B Club means that was absolutely, completely, and utterly shut down. And you can see just from the amount of green goop all over the floors just how well that went for the Marine team. They absolutely shut that down. And I'm sorry, VX. I mean, they're clearly good players. They'd absolutely smash me in a game. But B Club is on another level here. They are proving it. So what you're seeing is a masterclass here. This is how to shut down a team very, very quickly and not make mistakes. Let's see if B Club can avoid making any mistakes.
Yeah, now with 6 active extractors, a 7th going online. Aliens have spread infestation all the way to Pipeline. And again, I just don't understand it. That is a complete and utter waste of res. And this team really should be working together rather than spreading out all over the map like they're trying to do now.
Nuke chewing down the Pipeline extractor. Superstars on C12.
Now Derriere and Breasthound making their way into Cargo Hue, and there's a phase gate already placed. That means they're going to secure the expansion tech point, which means there is not really anything Vex is going to be able to do at this point.
Jerry Love has raised that phase gate, and yep, it just pretty much means absolutely nothing for VX. It's a very tough spot to be in. These Marines will shut down the middle of the map. They won't allow anything through. There are a couple of skulks chewing down extractors. That's great. But the Marines are on 5 extractors, even with those losses. Look at the extractor graph. Look at the resource graph. It's just on another plane of existence at the moment. And it's always tough to watch this kind of thing. But let's treat it as entertainment. See what VX can do.
Well, now you got Party Sulk in here in Subsector, just working on the skulk after skulk. There are only 3 eggs available in Subsector. And, you know, these Marines are just owning this entire map. Even losing the extractors they did, there's just not a whole lot that they can do here.
Daria Love about to go up against 2 Skulks here in Cargo. Let's watch it from the first person. He's watching with his pistol. He's seen this display in person. Now the Skulks are in the ventilation shaft above him. Okay. Daria Love is female, and she is looking like she doesn't know that there's 4 Skulks in the room. Here they come. She's got good sight lines, but they have close distance. And Saya, though, oh my goodness. What am I watching? There's a frenzy down, but that was an amazing piece of play by Breakfast Club to hold that long.
See, and this is what I was saying. They needed to work as a pack to move in. And even with the enzyme, though, look at how B Club was able to just take them down. Focus fire, quick, you know, steady shots. I mean, these, yeah, they really are on a different level than Vex, which is unfortunate for them.
It is unfortunate for Vex. You know, it's some sort. I mean, this tournament I don't believe was seeded. I think there is a possibility in this tournament you will come against.
Well, it's round robin, so you're gonna play everybody.
You play everybody. So there you go. You're gonna come against the toughest and the weakest. So VX brave to take on Breakfast Club here. You can see when they've got overwhelming numbers, they are succeeding in winning those engagements. But with even numbers, and I mean even with Daria earlier, that's just amazing play.
Now they're in the hive, working on the carapace shell. We have 2 eggs available now, 1 egg. The whole team coming back. You got the 4 Skulks all trying to decide how they're going to do this. Even a 5th out of the hive. 5 Skulks against 2 Marines. Normally those odds are in favor of the aliens, but look at them just take apart those Skulks. They win the engagement, but wow.
Damn, son, that was insane. And Breakfast Club, they're chilling. They are happy campers right now. They are happy campers right now.
They have no reason to rush, just now going on their 8th extractor and their 9th extractor.
Oh my
they have locked down every resource node on this map but the one in Alien Start. Y Junction looks to have a little bit of combat getting ready to gear up here. They've all been pinged, and they're making a push for Nano. And see, here's where you can show the inexperience possibly of this team. 1 Skulk just ran into Nanogrid. He did take out all the mines, but if you're going to do a big push on a phase gate like that, you've got to wait for the rest of your team to come in at the same time. Because you cannot afford for them to know you're coming early. Because by the time the whole team rushes in, here comes 3 or 4 Marines through the phase gate to annihilate you. Shotgun's now out in subsector. 3 Skulks in here trying to clean up. Derriere now also shooting. All these Skulks very low. Down goes Superstars. Down goes Shadow. Gohan, Barbados, and Nuke now trying to get out here and do anything they can. But down to the shotguns again. Nuke now hurting, and we have no eggs, folks. That is an egg lock. 1 egg just showing up, and there we have it, folks. Egg lock, 9 extractors, 50 res in the bank, and I don't think there's anything that this Vex team is going to do to win this now.
Yeah, no pops. This Shades is somewhere else in the map. I don't even know where he is. There he is. He's coming back into the base. But the Breakfast Club team is shutting down the eggs as they pop. They're going for standard egg lock, prevents the aliens from spawning, and we'll see a GG any second here out of Vex.
Wow.
Boom! Game over, ladies and gentlemen. Breakfast Club annihilating the hive. And I guess we can say quite safely, damn. I am looking forward to seeing what else Breakfast Club can produce. I'm looking forward to them seeing them going up against a team more better suited to them. An more even match, see if they can stand up to a more skilled team. But VX, well done for standing up to B Club. VX will have gotten a lot better just from that game. They'll go away and they'll lick their wounds and they'll become better players for it. So well done to them. And Wasabi, where does that leave us for the day?
Well, that leaves us completing 3 rounds of 5. Tomorrow morning we will start up again with the other 2 rounds. At the end of the 5 rounds for this round robin, the top 3 team from each group, and if you bring up You can probably bring up bracket number 3 just to show them the bracket.
I can bring up bracket number 3 right now. What have we got on bracket number 3?
So the top 3 teams out of each group there, and you'll see they're labeled group A, B, C, and D. The top 3 teams of each bracket will move on to a single elimination final. So we'll make our way down through 4 rounds to find out who's going to win those Asus Echelon Camo Edition headsets and the multiplay 3 months of NS2 server.
Fantastic. So what time will the Natural Selection 2 stream be starting tomorrow?
We will be back at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 Eastern, and I do believe that is 22. Hold on, I'm going to get it. I've got it right here. Round 4 is 1800 CEST.
Really? It's that late?
1800 CEST.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, cool. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching today. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you with us. As always, it's been a total disaster having Dylan on the stream, but I suppose we'll continue letting you... I'm kidding. You know I love you. Don't look at me like that.
And
Guys,
what we will do before we disappear is we're going to put up the screen for the other streams. I'm sure there's still other games going on. Check out those other streams. Follow those streams. Give them all your support because Natural Selection 2 would not be what it is without the community that's here to support it.
Absolutely. So we've got Versal, Blind, Salanthia, Gohan Zeta, Soz, and Vindaloo. Note the 0 on the end of the Vindaloo there. Get in there, watch those streams, and ladies and gentlemen, it has been a pleasure to join you here on the Natural Selection 2 developer stream. I am out. I'm going to go find some food. I'm sure that Wasabi One might do the same or rest or whatever. Peace, and see you tomorrow at 0900 P Pacific time for more Natural Selection 2 action.